Yes. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Wow, that was loud.
That was so loud.
I'm so sorry.
I wasn't expecting that.
I changed my mind. I don't want you to do it anymore
I
because
was gonna say if that's what has to happen, no.
Did you guys question? Did you guys get a prompt to leave the call?
I did.
Yep.
I did.
Okay. So in my other group, we have this joke like, nope, I revoke my consent. Like, nope, this is not. And we're like, I'm gonna leave the call. One of the players actually did it once and like legit just left the call completely on accident.
Amazing.
Just like I was so used to the joke, I just hit leave. Okay, so how do you guys want to do the recap? Would you guys prefer to tell me what happened and which kind of gives me the opportunity to see what you guys remember and I'll kind of fill in gaps where I feel appropriate, or I can just try to give you the best story that I could on for the last session?
I have a memory of a squirrel, so y'all don't want to hear me tell you anything.
I want you to do it in case you accidentally let some extra information slip. That we didn't get last time.
For that, Farasha, what happened last time? Also, please change your names in Zoom so that it helps me so much.
Oh no.
It helps me so
Where
much.
is my pencil? There it is.
That is gonna be bad for me because I use my work's Zoom account.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Maybe I could start like my personal. Maybe I don't have a personal Zoom account. I don't know how that works because it's an app, right?
I'm not sure. I think if I'm not,
You can do it on browser because that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah,
You
no
also
worries.
can-
No worries. If you don't feel comfortable with it, it's fine.
You can rename yourself at the end of the.
Can someone
Game
just
too.
really try to remind me at the end of this to rename myself back?
Oh, absolutely. And
You hop into your work call and they're like, "Who the fuck?"
every
No,
time
but
I've
really?
reopened Zoom after like renaming myself, it changes my name back.
Yeah, that always happens to me too. But I did run a game right near the beginning of COVID, and then it was with a bunch of people I work with. And then the next day we had a work meeting with the entire staff at a school with the head of school. And then he was like, who is this person that's trying to get in? Her name is Elspeth Dawn Brace. And we were like, nope. It's like four of us were in the call at that point. And we were like, her Zoom has been all over the place. We don't really know what's going on. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And, yeah. Everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, so it sounds like Paul's doing some role play in his off hours. And they're not gonna know what kind.
All right. Well, so Farasha, please remind me what happened last time from your character's point of view.
So I am not going to cheat and look at Evane's much better notes, and I'm going to use my notes
yay.
to see, and then maybe Evane could use her superior ones.
Yeah.
Compare.
By the way, Erica, those notes, as a DM, I am touched.
It's insane.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
As a DM, I am touched that they simply exist, and then I am even more touched by their depth.
The thing about her notes that really stands out, because like I said, I've been playing D&D for like decades, and so I've seen a lot of notes, and not only are they very detailed, but you clearly have detective brain, which like even my notes aren't like that. I'm just like, oh, they've got a work, I guess, and his name is Adrian. You know what I mean? Like that's what I've got. And you're just like digging deep into the motivations of these NPCs. And that is a rare skill. That's a rare skill.
I'm gonna need to know also your words per minute on keyword, because holy shit, like that's got to be like chicken scratch at the beginning and then you're going back and editing. Come on.
Every once in a while, if I miss something and I'm like, oh, that needs to go here, but every time you see me lean forward, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, she's on mute because it's just the rest of it.
It's like
is
just
scratching.
Like, very good at multitasking. I have to be.
Anyway, okay, so
what happened to your character last time?
My
We were
notes
all-
are so bad. I can't. You want to see a little picture of the castle though?
Oh god.
Solid.
Hey, this is what mine looks like right now. So like this is page
Nice.
4. That's my notebook. I have 4 notes on. I have like 4 actual documents on my computer as well that are at
Yeah.
least a couple pages long each.
So if I recall, the gentleman, Adrian Whitmore, pale fellow in his 20s, is the assistant of Dub, as I have started to refer to him. They all summoned us via note to a creepy ass castle that Belbin didn't even remember was there, which one normally does not miss the existence of a castle. And had a suspiciously in-depth knowledge of each of our deepest desires and wants. There was trouble in Drina. Am I pronouncing that right? Drina?
Yes,
Drina?
that's that's the pronunciation that I've decided on.
Yeah.
Like Drina, Dreena.
And I didn't quite get it in my notes. The request was to deal with the local goblin attacks, I believe.
Yep.
Because Drina, the port town, was raided, ransacked, pillaged, etc. It's led by an ogre named Trog, not Torg, right? Trog. And we are to retrieve his heart. And we were given carts and horses and things. Because he's a big old half ogre, so his heart's probably kind of big. Drina has an economy based around whitestone residuum, which is a very valuable resource associated with mining. It's kind of, and like, so it's a mining town, and they mine up like this magical substance that's good for building and doing various magics. And Farasha doesn't know about all that. Not a lot of mining in the Seder world.
That would make sense because it's not exactly a mining town; it's a prospecting town.
A prospecting town. There you go.
It's actually not the original main export. Fish was actually Drina's main export until about 4 or 5 years ago.
My parents,
the residuum was discovered, and it became a boom town.
There you go. Yeah. So Farasha missed all that because Farasha does not know the history of this region at all.
The finer points of mining and prospectory.
Yeah. It's right over her head. See, and this is not a meta thing that I baked into my character at all because I don't watch Critical Role.
That's not even on Critical Role. That's part.
Oh, is it not?
No, that's part of the resource book that they just released.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. So we were hanging out at the Skiff Slip Tavern, like kind of tracking down some folks because Belbin knew some folks. The proprietor is Rebecca, who is a daughter of Gerthrin, and we kind of figured out that we should go to the Parchwood Timberlands toward the river, because the goblins came by raft. They had a very interesting sounding black powder bomb that they make that we should probably try and grab. And the goblins are not just goblins; they have probably warg riders or something like that. And I believe we went to the Sunrise Lodge, which is like their town hall, big old gaudy place. And we talked to some council persons. Vanner Lennox and Simone Dupree, who is the sister of Mauritius or something like that. Simone's a pretty chill person. Lennox didn't get much about that one. And Vanner is the person who sent out word to try and grab stuff. And Farasha kind of got a little touchy with him because clearly he gave out more info than he should have, and has bit off more than he can chew with Dub and Adrian Whitmore.
And that's where we left it as Farasha had stormed out. Was there anything that any of you wanted to add to that?
The castle was called the Castle of the Cold Heart.
In Elvish.
Yes. And Trog is into drinking and fighting. That's all the additional information I've got. That might become relevant very soon, though.
And it could potentially be 20-ish goblins.
Right.
It just says Riverbanks-20. Riding wolves.
Right. All right. So nothing anyone else wanted to add.
Vanner has been in the town for 5 years, but he's only been on the council for 6 months, and he replaced Rebecca.
Yes.
Drama.
God, you guys got all the tea. Damn.
I have an NPC page in here because I'm supposed to know all these people. So
You don't have to know all of them. You've been out of like, haven't you like been
them?
I'm pretty sure you've been like you've been well you can
Yeah,
tell us
yeah.
about your backstory.
I've been traveling for a little while. It's fine, but I've been back for like 2 weeks.
Still,
Two
you're going
weeks
down.
while you were helping your
Get it
parents
together.
try
I gotta be caught up on all the shit.
you also had to try to help your parents rebuild their fucking house.
Mom, Dad, I can't help you rebuild. I have to go catch up on the tea. Goodbye.
I have an 8 strength. I'm a great builder.
All right. So, yes, you guys, Farasha has stormed out of the, or I don't know if you had stormed out, but you had proudly trotted your little fey fawn hooves. Sorry, are you a fawn or a satyr?
Satyr.
Yeah, your little satyr, fey satyr hooves out of the Sunrise Lodge. And do you all follow her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So yeah, you are all out on the Sunrise Lodge, and I thought I would show you guys this little thing.
That's right. Roll 20.
Yeah, in Roll20, there is a map of the town of Drina.
Oh, I bet that's super helpful and would
And
be a
the
great thing for me to have open right now.
Yeah, sorry. Probably should have mentioned that. Where you guys are currently is right here in the center. And that is the Sunrise Lodge. The last particular piece of last thing you guys were considering doing was possibly going to find Simone's brother Marius, who was last seen patrolling the prospecting district on the northern side of town.
I remember being worried that we were taking up too much time or something. It wouldn't be easy to find him, or
the
something like
prospecting
that.
the district itself isn't small by any means, but it's not huge. And also it's like his you were told that his station is generally guarding the entrance to that, where the town kind of you were Belvin, you would know that you would have been informed since you got here that because of the boom in the prospecting, when all the prospectors moved in, most of them were relegated to an area known as the Lakeview District. As not exactly by any kind of political means, but just because that's where available housing was. And they quickly filled up all of the available housing there and started pitching tents and had little shanty shacks, and they would fill them in wherever they could, and it bled out into the area just before the Root Garden Marsh on the northern side of town and on the north coast shore of the Morin Lake. So if we were going to be looking, it would be right up here in this area, all along this coast here. All of that would be Shantytown. This is an older map. This is the map as you knew it when you left home. So yeah. I would say it wouldn't be necessarily that hard to find him, but it like at most it could take an hour or two.
Did you want to go and find your friend, Bilbin, or?
I suppose so. It seems like a all right choice, all things considered. It's sort of what Simone told us we should go do. And she's probably right. Wanted to check with her just to make sure he was actually on shift or whatnot today. So that went well. Obviously. No
She seemed
problems
very
here.
happy to see you.
The most happy. But yeah, I think we should probably go find Marius unless anybody else has anything they're particularly wanting to do.
The more information we have, the better suited we will be for whatever's going to happen. So
You all right? Let's see what we can find. And I'll just start walking that direction.
Quick aside to compliment Ben on his improving skills. I had informed him of none of those NPCs beforehand. None of their relationships, none of their names. And he was, and because I was making a lot of them up on the spot as well. And he was able to, like, you saw how he was able to handle those. Come on. I just want to say, dude, fucking nice. Like, great improv, like solid improv. So in the interest of that, you are looking for Marius. Marius is the person you know better than his sister,
Right.
whose name I am now blanking
Simone.
on. Simone. Yes,
Simone.
I knew it. Yeah. So you know, yeah, you were he's your age. He was in your class. Simone's a little younger, and this is just a guy you got into trouble with. This is just another member of your gang of buddies. You had about like maybe 2 or 3. So yes, you guys are starting here in the center at the Sunrise Lodge, and you know that the prospecting district, or as the locals have started calling it, the sticks, is going to be up north. So you would probably need to cross the River Run Bridge. So you head out of the little courtyard and start walking north, and you reach the Morin River Run that leads down into the Morin Lake, and you see that the River Run Bridge that has spanned that lake for your entire life, an old structure of stone and like from the town's birth, has been completely destroyed. Charred wreckage is all that remains of the stone and wood. A raft manned by a fisherman has apparently been taking passengers and cargo from one side of the river to the other as the town attempts to rebuild. And you can see that efforts are already starting to kind of like collect the stone and as you remember, the goblins came through on the river, and there was you were told of a black powder explosion. Yeah. Okay, so you guys hop on the there's a small queue leading up to the raft, and you guys.
Farasha says there doesn't seem to be very much bridge from this bridge.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of a problem.
You guys should make it longer.
I think that's probably in the plan. Maybe.
Oh.
Theoretically, this seems like not the best system, but it is a system for now. So.
What a strange city.
Yeah. Usually, also, fun fact, not under attack by goblins. Who would have guessed?
She like taps her forehead like the meme.
Just knocking on your horns.
That's going to become a gesture. She's going to start scratching her horns and knocking on them when she.
Just wait till she finds out. Just wait till she finds out she can get him pierced.
She definitely already has some rings on them.
Oh yeah,
like jewelry, but piercing. That's maybe she might be starting her rebel phase.
You so yeah, you progress through the queue and you end up on the raft with a couple of others, and you see an elder man, what seems to be a half orc individual, and is kind of pushing the cart, and he looks down and notices you, Belbin, and says, Belbin Elderberry, good to see you in town again, Shunny, and kind of like reaches down and scruffles your hair. You recognize him as a coworker of your father's.
Yeah, good to see you too, Mr. McDarman. Glad to have you around still. But are Are you the only one that's running this here rafting business?
Oh, no, any available fishermen will take it on for the day when they can. I usually do it on this day of the week.
Well,
Are
that's all
we
right.
are we currently on the raft and
Yes,
going
he's
right now?
he's currently pushing, like towing you guys across.
Farasha is leaning over the edge and looking for fish, and is mumbling, "Brown bread, brown bread," over and over again.
Are you like in the water, or are you like
No,
just
no.
looking
Like,
over?
like
Face in the
maybe
water or above?
if it's possible to, she puts her face in the water like
it's
one
literally
time.
just a large, long,
Yeah.
flat raft.
Yeah. It's like in a Disney movie where she puts it down and then there's like a fish like right in her face and she doesn't like it and goes back up and doesn't go down again.
Just your hair just kind of like dripping and so.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Does
So,
the old timer look like he's struggling, or is he okay?
Oh, he's got those big big
Okay,
arms
okay,
that
okay.
he's like he's been doing. He spends every day probably rowing out, hauling in the biggest fish he can, and then rowing back with a full sack.
Just a jackdass old man. It's
So,
like one of those old men you see on the subway in New York City that's just like ready to he's like 80 years old, but he's gonna run a marathon next week.
Yeah,
And he'll
exactly.
Fucking
Yeah.
kill you.
Like
Yeah.
the wrinkles
Yeah.
are like you can tell there should be wrinkles there, but the skin is pulled taut over muscle. So yeah, his also incredibly long tusks, by the way, like really long, very like ornate and well carved. There are a lot of deep symbolic carvings in them as well. You would notice that on on many tusked creatures, many tusked races in this part of the country, this part of the continent. Couldn't find the word there. Oh God. Mainly orcs and half orcs actually especially have you would notice more ornate carvings. So you reach the other side and progress your way north through the town. You see people beginning the rebuilding efforts, collecting the stone and clearing debris, starting to bring in new equipment. There was some cargo on the barge that was being brought over from one side to the other. As you reach the Lakeview district, you begin to notice tents and small slapped together shacks all lining the streets and packed into alleyways. Eventually, the buildings give way to a shantytown, a sprawling collection of tents, makeshift shacks, overhangs, and the beginnings of huts and rudimentary homes. It is a veritable forest of tent poles and sailcloth. You see beings of every race winding their way through the morass of tents, some walking, some sitting and relaxing in their own domiciles or outside of them. Their skin and clothes worn by the hard labor. Most of them, if they have sleeves on whatever they're wearing, they're rolled up far past the elbow. And most of them, you see their heads more often than not bowed over some container or another. Belbin and anyone else who might be keeping an eye out for Marius, could I please have a perception check, please?
Did Bilbin ever tell any of us what Marius looks like?
I don't
Not a
know. That's up to you guys.
If you guys didn't ask, I didn't tell you. That's
Okay, so
that's a big.
I mean, is anyone
big
looking at? You know,
11.
he's a guard. You know, he's a guard. So what we got?
11,
11. Okay, that's good enough.
which is higher than my passive
That's good enough.
by 3. So
So, just as you were reaching the border where the buildings officially end and the shantytown begins, you hear a loud voice from down the street. Come on, Boz, you can't be selling all this out here again. It's just not right. You look over and you see down the street a little bit a guard standing in front of a barrel with a blanket laid out in front of it. On the blanket are several corked bottles, and in the barrel is sitting an elderly man. You see this old, fucking old man, liver spotted, wrinkled, like gnarled hands kind of cupping the edge of the barrel, wispy white kind of scraggly hair. And he's just sitting in this barrel. Also, he's got these long, super long pointed ears. But everything else about, besides the ears and also the incredibly bright green eyes, everything about this man, it looks human. Besides those two. Farasha, if you could make a nature check, please, for me, as I'm talking about this. And so he's just sitting in this barrel, looking up at this at this guard with a look of sheer indignance. And he responds to him saying, "I'm not doing anything, just selling me wares like any other respectable businessman would." And you see the
I got an
guard.
11.
So you immediately kind of get I vibe with this guy. This is familiar to me. This is something familiar. There is something fey about this individual in the barrel.
Got it.
And
What is so he's in the barrel.
yes, he's
and
in the barrel.
Go ahead. I'm not quite sure what the situation is.
He's sitting in the barrel, and in front of the barrel's just on the side of the road. And in front of the barrel is like a blanket that that apparently has been laid out with several corked bottles strewn across it, kind of like in a setup sort of way, like he's been hawking his wares.
Can I in any way kind of like figure out what kind of like what would be in the bottles?
You'd have to probably get a little closer to figure that out. They're pretty small.
Yeah,
they're about the size of what they're about the size of potion bottles. You would assess that.
And I'm kind of far away still, but so I'd have to kind of go up and like check them
you're
out.
You're about like 15 yards down the street.
Okay.
Anybody
Belvin?
else?
I mean,
you also, Belbin, you did recognize Marius's voice from.
That's the fucker right there. Let's go see him. And so, Mac, I'm imagining this insane old man sitting in this barrel, kind of like the videos where people run and like jump ass first into the rolling trash can. So he's like kind of like sticking out the top. Nope.
Okay. He is like full body is submerged in this barrel.
Gotcha.
It is just his head and shoulders and his knuckles and his spindly fingers on the edge.
Wanted to make sure I have that right.
Yep.
So yeah, as soon as I recognize him, I'll go, "Oh, there he is. All right. Come on now."
Marius is the one in the barrel?
No, Marius is the guard.
No.
Marius is like, what the hell you doing, guy in the barrel?
Yes.
Got it.
Buzz is the guy in the barrel.
Yeah. The guy in the barrel you heard Marius refer to as Boz. B-O-Z.
Boz, not Buzz.
Does your guard friend usually deal with these sorts?
Sure. Probably.
So I know it's been
several years since you've been home, so you wouldn't.
So DM, I know that you said that I vibed with Boz, the barrelman.
Mm-hmm.
But I am very curious to see what's going on with him. I'm not going to like avoid him, but I'm actually going to be playing it a little close to the cuff. I'm not going to like immediately become chummy with this person.
Okay.
So if we're walking up to these two though, I will definitely go up there with Belvin.
Okay, cool. So Farasha, you and Belbin start walking up to the pair on the street. Yvain and Scylla, do you guys follow?
I follow.
I'll follow, but like Scylla's kind of meandering around, and just any like little tent that she follows is just like anything that has like a little hole in it. She's just like skimming her fingers over and casting mending, like really casually. It's just kind of walking around and just kind of fixing stuff.
That's
just kind of walking around like a specter.
I would like you to roll a d20 for me, please.
Sure.
Accidentally lights a tent on fire.
Yeah. This does not feel like a grog roll. We'll go with 16.
As you are doing this, you see a small boy sitting in one of the tents that you just mended, as you kind of walk past the opening after you mended it, you see him kind of sitting in there, kind of huddled, and he's got like a piece of bread in his hand. He's just kind of chewing on it, and he's just looking up at you with his mouth open, and a piece of bread just kind of just sitting in the bottom of his jaw.
So it just does. You don't want any flies coming in. They're good protein, but they're not very tasty.
Uncle.
Welcome. Is there any like what does the boy look like? Like how are his clothes or whatever?
They're not the best. But he looks healthy, if a little malnourished, but like he's a little skinny, but he looks like he's well cared for.
Okay. Do you have any more holes anywhere do you need to fix?
He kind of like holds out his arm and points to a part on his side of his shirt that's kind of like under his jacket.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just kind of like really delicately touch it, like barely touching, and we'll cast mending.
His eyes are fixed on your hand, just like with pure awe and like in like wonder at this strange person who is coming by and just fixing things. And
as she's like leaving, she'll like see a little like maybe like one of his toys or something, and she'll just touch it and cast light on it for a little while. He gets a little magic thing as she's leaving.
He shrieks as it's this little stuffed bugbear, and it's this little very 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 rudimentary, and he's just like runs up to it and just like squeezes it, and like he's like, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Scylla. What is yours?
Benjamin. Thank you, Scylla.
You're welcome, Benjamin.
And he runs back into his tent with his.
So like
see
the
glow kind of fade into the back of the tent.
Scylla with like a kind of a little smile. We'll just walk back to the group after that. Her fingers just skimming whatever needs to be fixed.
So yeah, you guys have reached the two at this point, and
Marius.
Is that what you're saying as you walk up?
Oh yes, I'll cast Mage Hand and just start tapping him in the middle of the back too.
And
Marius.
He turns with like grabbing at his sword, like and like turns around and doesn't see anyone, like what? Because you were kind of like approaching him from the side and you were tapping his back, so he kind of like he turns around, doesn't see anyone, like what the fuck, what? And he kind of looks around.
Gods, you're jumpy, aren't you?
He looks oh Jesus, Belbin.
It's good to see you too.
Oh my gods above. Oh, what a way to say hi.
Hi.
Hey, bud. God, geez. It's been years. How's it going? And he kind of like scoops you up. He kind of just like scoops you up into a one-armed like hug and drops you back down.
Oh, it's going all right. Kind of on a job, kind of helping the folks.
Sorry. Hey, I'd love to help you, but I gotta deal with this. I'm so sorry. Boz, look, and he kind of turns back to
while they're talking, I just kind of like lean over and be like, what you selling?
And Boswin, who is eager to to engage, he says, "Well, hello there, pretty lass. My name is Boswin the Great, and I here am selling the most incredible elixir you will ever find."
Ooh, what's it do?
Well, it does quite a few things, but the most important one and the most the main selling point is that it can increase your vitality for a day.
I've got a pretty good vitality already, Mr. Boswin.
In health points, hit points, extra hit points. That's all it means. God damn it! I may have worded that weirdly.
I'm a satyr.
I
Do you
thought
know
something
what satyrs
way
do in their
worse.
free time?
Oh God, no.
Are any of the bottles labeled like goat weed or whatever?
No, as you look down, they are all bottles of sort of clear-ish, bluish liquid. There's a sort of bluish green tint to it that gives you a feel of home in a little bit. Just that vibes with home. And but it's clear, a little cloudy is the best way to describe it.
Like bathtub moonshine health potions.
Or buying someone's bathwater. Whose is it?
Can I like kind of inspect his wares maybe and you
The
know
wares are
being-
just bottles of this.
I know, but like, do I like? So he's telling me that these are healthily potions. Do
Not
I
exactly health. No, sorry, they're not health potions. They are not regain hit points. They can be, but they are also add. They are basically you get 5 temporary hit points for each
Oh.
potion you would drink.
Very nice.
Sorry,
Okay, cool.
I should have communicated the immediate results. Yes, you get 5 temporary hit points for each potion you drink, as well as other effects that are
random.
somewhat a mystery to you. But from what you would understand, you would get 5 temporary hit points for a day. And he explains also if anything else would increase your vitality in any way, or if you would just have multiple of these of this essence, you would be able to stack them in a sort of sense. It would all add on to each other.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's good to know.
How much are we talking here?
Each one each one of these is 3 gold, 8 silver, and 3 copper pieces each.
That's very specific.
No,
Very specific.
no more, no less. And he's got 5 bottles of them sitting.
Did we get money? We got money, right?
Yes.
Before we
You
left.
received a chest of.
It was a bunch.
It was-
I think.
It was 800, but they only got half, right? I have 800 underlined in my notes. But
You were promised.
It was 800 total, I'm pretty sure, and we each got 100 for the first
We got
half.
400 straight up. We're gonna get
Right.
the rest
Yeah.
upon return.
it's half.
Each of
Yeah.
us-
That's what it
Yeah.
Each of us got 100.
Thank
So
you.
we each have 100 gold.
Yes, you each have 100 gold.
Sorry,
And,
what was that
the-
very
No.
specific price again?
3 gold, 8 silver, and 3 copper pieces each.
I'll take one.
Right. 1 essence of Boswin for you as you trade over the money.
Absolutely, but could you call it anything else, please?
Well, why would I call it anything else than what it is?
It's just it looks a little milky.
This is just standard girl bathwater.
That's simply the effect. And he dunk, 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 pats his barrel.
There you
And you hear a slight sloshing of something.
So when I'm up close to him now, does he have like pointy ears? Do I kind of recognize maybe what's going on with them?
So what you see is the pointed ears of a fake creature and the colored eyes of an archfey. But
Oh.
you see, his eyes are glowing like an archfey's would in a verdant green that is reminiscent of the greens of the woods of your home. However, none of the other signifiers of a fey creature are here. It is just those 2. And also maybe the fact that, he is his age and vitality.
Mhm.
Not virality. God, that's the part. Yeah. Virile. He's not virile. He's vitile.
Well, hey, you don't know about that. But
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't want to know about that.
But yeah, so yeah, his his
This old man
energy
fucks.
and his other than his energy and age, energy for his age and his ears and eyes, nothing else is signifying of Fae to you.
You're not trying to fuck us over, are you?
Why would I do that? I don't even know you.
That's the
Right.
perfect people to fuck over, personally.
Oh, hardly. It's all so much better to fuck over people, because then you know what they've done.
Farasha trusts him implicitly.
I don't know.
Can Scylla make an insight check?
Yeah, I want to suss him out.
By all means, go for it.
Oh, where is it?
I don't know. It seems legit to me. Like,
Yeah. Okay. So
Insight.
far, Farasha's bought one. Evane, have you bought one? Have you bought one as well?
Not yet.
Okay.
Scylla rolled a 5, so she's gonna buy one.
Yeah.
13.
This guy sounds cool. This guy sounds cool. Eric. Yeah. Evane, this guy's. I mean, you can't think of a reason. Like, you can think of plenty of reasons not to trust him, but they're all assuming so much about him.
All right. Yeah.
What was the very specific amount?
3 gold, 8
3
silver.
gold,
Oh, it's 8 silver
silver,
and 3 copper
8
pieces. 3, 8, 3.
silver,
383. I hand over 383.
Right. Thank you. 1 essence of Boswin for you, and 1 essence of Boswin for you.
Ah,
How about you, little man?
I'm gonna look up at Marius and go, "Are you gonna fucking hate me if I buy one of these things?"
Maybe if you buy him, it'll get him off the street faster. I don't fucking know.
Great. I'll take both of the ones that are sitting there for you.
Righto. That'll be 6 gold. That'll be
Do that
7
math,
gold.
Mac.
That'll be he
I'll
rips
just
this
hand him
off
8.
perfectly, by the way.
I'll just hand
He
him
rips
8.
off 7 gold, 6 silver, and 6 copper pieces, please.
I'm just handing him 8. Change is hard.
No, he refuses. He will not take anything but exact change.
All right.
And he
I'll
waits
do-
for you. Right. So yeah, and he hands over the last 2 bottles to you, and he then reaches an incredibly creepily long arm out of his barrel, grabs up the blanket that was kind of covering it, whips it over onto his head, and says, "Thank you very much, Marius. I'll be back tomorrow." And he just pops up with the barrel still on him, and legs just pops up out of it, and he just
is he wearing the barrel as like his outfit? Like,
100%
oh,
wearing
no.
the barrel. Legs pop up out of the bottom of the barrel, and he just
Oh, for fuck's sake.
How
Wait.
how tall is he?
liquid. He is about, I'd say about like with the barrel. No, I'd say he's about like maybe 5 feet.
Okay.
5 feet
So
tall.
But the
fucking
barrel's
tall.
taking up like at least like 3.
At least.
Okay.
At least.
Owen's
But,
like, he's a
yeah, and, like,
giant.
He's fucking gigantic.
Are we drinking that man's bathwater? I really hope not. Oh God.
I think you are. This is what he's been selling here every day, and I keep telling him we don't care where he sleeps, we don't care what he does with his rest of his day, as long, but if he wants to sell something, he's going to need a permit and a stall to sell it from. It's just how it's how the town works. We don't care what he's selling. But
Farasha says, as bathwater goes, it's probably not even the worst I've drank.
Did you drink it?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Although, whenever I get a moment, I don't know if I can do it now, but I would like to check it with my poisoner's kit to try and figure out what all of its properties are.
Okay. Are you doing that now, or
If I could take a sec, like 10,
Yeah,
take 10 on it to like spend
yeah,
time on it.
you see Marius kind of like leaning up against the wall, just kind of like taking a minute.
I'll do that as a Belbin and Mary.
Can I give you advantage if because I have a herbalism kit, so I can probably help with that.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, you guys are just kind of like, okay, let's alchemy this shit out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Absolutely.
you two, Scylla and Farasha, kind of sit down in the corner, kind of sit down against in an alleyway, and just kind of start, alchemy shit.
I'll give
Um,
them one of the 2 that I bought as like a burner essentially, so they can like do tests and shit on it.
Good shit. Okay. So mark down the loss of
Yeah.
one essence of Boswin. By the
Yeah.
way, Bozwin
I
is
was
what
just
is
about
what
to
it is called.
ask.
Essence of Boswin.
What did you say this does? It gives you
It
five
gives
temp
you 5
HP
temporary hit points for 25 hours that can be healed. It can be
for
stacked.
25
24
hours.
20,
Okay,
sorry.
I was like
So it's-
very interesting.
Actually, you
Yeah,
know what?
yeah,
Yes,
so-
yes. Sorry, I'm
It's
sorry.
25.
I said 24. I said 24. I lied. It was 25. So
Okay.
yes, it gives you 5 temporary hit points for 25 hours. They can be healed and they can be stacked on by anything that would
Can
give
be
you 5 temporary
healed.
hit points, or anything else that
Can
would give
be
you temporary hit
sta-
points.
So like I could do it on top of my other thing.
Yeah. If anything else would give you 5 temporary hit points, you add that on to what the essence gave you. Also, there are other effects.
Should I just write down random effect? I'm just putting in my
That's
D&D
so
Beyond as a
ominously
custom
vague.
item.
I love
Sure.
that.
I'm just telling you there are other effects. You can write down whatever you want.
We're currently trying to figure out what those other effects are.
I don't know,
Other, I'm
click it
just
and find
putting
out.
other effects
Question mark.
possibility.
So if it can be healed, I believe technically in Raw, they're not temp hit points. They are additional hit
Additional.
points.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was calling it temporary because there's a spot for that in the
Yeah.
Roll20 character sheet. And I couldn't remember what the other one was. And
Yeah,
I knew it
on
wasn't
a-
temporary hit points.
On the D&D sheet, you're able to just like type in your HP for exactly this
Gotcha, yeah.
reason.
So sorry, yes. It gives you 5 additional hit points. That
So your hit point
yeah.
maximum is raised.
Yes, your point, your
Exactly.
hit
And
point,
it-
for
yes,
24
it
hours. Okay.
raises. That's what it was. It raises your HP by 5
There it
for
is.
25 hours.
Yeah. And it
Specifically.
stacks, which is very powerful.
Yes.
For 25 hours.
Yes.
Okay, let me amend that. Raises HP plus 5 for 25 hours. Got it.
Yeah, and please let me know when anyone is, if anyone drinks it.
Oh, you'll know.
Farasha, I
One
will
of us
allow
grows the
you.
tail.
I will allow you to make a what check do I want to have?
It would probably be medicine.
Medicine? You think so? Okay, let's do that. You can make a medicine check with advantage because Scylla is helping you. As this is going on, Belbin, you are talking to Marius.
I sorry, I did not mean to tell you the skill check. Sorry.
You're
It could also be like Arcana or something. You know, I don't know.
I was asking for opinions, so
Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good.
yeah, because it's healing. I would probably say medicine, right?
Because you're trying to figure out if it's poisonous or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
Feels
Belbin,
important.
what's going on? How's that conversation with?
And do I have advantage because I'm being helped by Scylla?
Yes.
Cool.
By the way, is my mic coming through okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So yes. Belbin, Marius is kind of, so what brings you back to town? What's going on? You said you were on a job?
A little bit of work. Also, parents' house got, fucked. So
Holy shit.
been back for that too.
Oh my god. Are they all right?
We're gonna go with sure.
Oh
They're
man.
not dead,
Oh man.
which is a good starting point.
Jeez.
But
Oh, phew.
there's
Storm Lord protect us. God, I'm so sorry.
it's a whole thing. They're doing better now. They've had, a couple of weeks to sort of get their shit back together. But I got this summons, I guess you'd call it. And I met these 3. Well, this one points to Yvain, and the 2 that are smelling the bathwater. And we got hired, I guess, to take care of something with the goblins. I think they want us to kill them. They want us to go murder the big fuck that has kind of been the main issue.
You see, Marius just instinctively kind of busts out laughing at like
Trust me, I don't know either.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. You know I respect you. You know I know you can tear shit up. But
Oh, you don't need to. That's fine.
You know how small you are, and you have not seen how big this fucker is.
That's part of the reason we have her.
Bigger than me.
Think.
Miss, if I may presume your pronouns.
Yeah, that's right.
Miss, with respect, way bigger.
Huh. A
that
challenge
doesn't
then.
sound good.
So, just, are you sure you're up for this, buddy?
Me, maybe not, but I'm pretty good at keeping the other fucks alive, and that is kind of going to be where I come in. I'll lean in. I'm pretty sure that this one, part of an underground fighting ring, gonna tear some shit up. So don't really know what the deal with that is, but she threw me at a chandelier.
Gives you Vane a side eye, like, oh boy, do I gotta watch out for this one?
Not
So
the point.
you've seen him though.
Oh, yeah, I have. I was I was one of the first battalion to get hit. I was one of the lucky ones. I only got and he kind of pulls aside his the jerkin that's under his armor, and you can see the edge of what looks to be a huge scar that kind of that looks like it spans the good side of his chest.
You all right there, bud? You need a hand.
Thank God there was a cleric nearby. That's all I'll say.
All right.
I was one of the ones they got to first. They were able to get me back up and back in the fight before I could really have time to let it set. So it's, it's a little achy, but I just need regular healings. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, they came in from the Parchwood, from the northwest, from the northwest, and down by the river. We all were along the. When we heard the calls, we all made our way to the banks just to try to figure out what was going on, because it was chaos at first, just fire and blades. So, no offense, they're so damn small, except for that fuck. This huge lumbering beast comes barreling down the fucking bank alongside this raft that's covered in goblins. He's got, I don't know if they were wolves or wargs or dire wolves or something, but they were huge with teeth like knives, and there were more goblins riding on them, and they were just hucking fire and pain. And I remember the big guy, I think they called him Trog or Torg or Grog or something.
Trog.
Trog.
Trog. It's just Trog.
Trog. Oh, okay. Yeah.
We finished with our.
Oh yeah.
Our
How'd it go?
Experimentation. I got an 11.
So your chemical experiments divine it down to two properties. Water and some sort of viscous substance that just can't, it's difficult to describe, but it has an essence of, through the tests that you've done, it has an essence of fey magic to it.
But I can't figure out what it does.
You confirm that it does what he says it does, but beyond that, there are just some, as with all fey things, there are some variables just going on.
Well, yeah, but that's what we were trying to discern.
Yeah, and that is,
we did not.
Those variables, you can discern that the variables are there, and you can see that they're there, but you can't discern what they would be.
What does it smell like?
It smells like fresh earth. Not like composted earth, or not like rain, petrichor or anything. It smells like fresh grass and earth, the middle of a forest.
And did we lose the burner bottle, or were we able to?
Yes, the burner bottle was lost.
Okay, So yeah, I report that it doesn't smell terrible. It's not poisonous. It seems to do what it does, but beyond that, we
you
could not
deem
figure
it to
out.
be 110% safe.
It's safe. Yeah, whatever it is, it's safe.
You will not die drinking this.
Right. So yeah,
Sure.
this big
And Farasha says like it smells a little bit like home.
Scylla just pats her on the back a little bit.
Your home smells like Fey ass sweat. That's concerning.
Exactly.
Just like Dad used to make.
Oh no. So yeah,
I can almost smell
Mar-
the burrs.
Marius continues. Marius continues. Yeah, I saw that big fuck barreling down the bank, and I saw him take out two of my squad mates with one swing of that fucking tree trunk he looks like he carries. And then the backswing caught me, and it was on his he swings with his left hand. So the backswing, like and the backswing caught me, and it just chipped me. It felt like do me a favor, Belvin, and actually no, Evane, make a give me a d20 roll, and I'm trying to figure out what modifier I want to have you add to this. I want you to add your I want you to add your history modifier to this. D20 with the history modifier. Also, you are muted. So yeah, history check for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
18.
So yeah. He Marius continues to describe how he got hit and how it seemed like he just got barely grazed, like Trog was looking right at him but somehow missed him. And only just barely clipped him. And he was able to survive that barely with a cleric's help. And that immediately just kind of triggers a memory in the back of your head from back in your pit fighting days of an opponent that you went against 2 times. The first time you got your ass kicked, and you were trying to figure out what this opponent's weakness was because you couldn't find it in the ring, and you learned that they were blind in one eye, and that every strike they had on that eye was basically a 50% chance whether it was going to hit or not. And after that, you were able to get an advantage on him or on them and win the fight. Everything that Marius is describing is giving a tell that Trog has a blind left eye and has and would have probably some kind of disadvantage on seeing attacks coming from his left side, or maybe could even be easier to attack if you're coming at it from his blind side. So you kind of clock that little bit of information.
And then to save time, I realize this and I tell everyone.
Okay. All right.
You don't say.
Damn, you got all that from a fucking chip? Jesus.
Well,
he
I
keeps
don't like
saying
getting my ass
Jesus, and
kicked.
Jesus doesn't exist in this world. Stormlord above, you really are. You must be a good fighter. Wow.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, he knocked me on my ass, and then from there I was just trying to deal with those little green fuckers.
Yeah, that seems like a bit of a numbers problem more than anything. So sounds like if we can isolate one group or the other, we might stand a fighting fucking chance. Which you don't know which way they took off, do you? That's more what
They
we
headed
need than
back the way they
anything else.
came, northwest,
All right.
back into the Parchwood. They did come down on the river, and I didn't see much, but from what I heard, it sounded like they had been riding for a while. The raft they were riding in on it did not look like it was very well built, and it was kind of falling apart. When we tossed the powder bomb at it, it came apart. We honestly shouldn't have used the powder bomb. It was overkill, but we wanted to fuck those guys up.
Always
Listen,
use the powder bomb whenever possible.
It's
Thank
only
you.
overkill if, there's not anything there to kill. So,
You know what? Yeah, you're right. It reminds us back in the old days, huh?
Yeah. So speaking of powder bombs, funny you should bring those up.
Mhm.
that's all right. We were told that they had one too.
I think that right. That was in the most recent one. They grabbed one of ours on the first raid.
Oh, so you have more.
We did, and then they raided for the second time, and we used them all.
So,
Ah,
general inventory kind of question here then. We currently lower than we should be, and we don't have any accounted for. So, like, they're floating
I'm
in the river
saying that we don't
somewhere,
have
or-
any made. We have the components to make more, but it's gonna take a bit of time just for alchemy shit, I guess. I don't know. I don't make them.
Yeah, but more what I'm looking for is do we not have some that are accounted for? We used a bunch of them. They had at least one of ours. Are there more that there should be that we haven't used and they haven't used that we've seen? So they're
no. I think they used the one that I think they only nabbed the one.
lovely, less explosives.
I doubt they were smart enough to figure out what the hell they were.
Well, they figured out how to use it. Seems that bridge took a fucking beating.
Oh, come on, dude. They're goblins.
Well,
I'm just
This guy's got
curious.
some issues. You can tell.
Have there ever been goblin attacks before?
Never. Goblins aren't even native to this part of Taldore. They are mainly relegated to I don't know, the Gray Valley, fucking the swamps, the Frostweld. I don't know. Like they've never been around here. The worst we've ever had to deal with around here is I heard a story about a dire wolf a couple decades ago.
Has anything weird happened recently that would change your environment to bring them here?
Give me 1 second.
Mac must read the book.
Trying to find something. I was right. Well, I mean, a little bit before they attacked, some folks have been going missing. Just the occasional fisherman was going missing, and Belle, I'm sure your parents could attest to this. The fish have kind of been a little
sparse.
The intake hasn't been coming in as much lately.
Yeah,
as they should.
That's what they said.
Yeah. So
See very
do
many
they
at all.
but something's been weird with the lake. I think there's just because whenever we send, we think it's something to do with the lake, but we're not 100% sure. But that has nothing to do with goblins. That's the weirdest thing I could think of.
Do the fish taste weird or?
No, they taste normal. They're just not as many of them.
You all have mercury poisoning. I've solved it. You're hallucinating.
Yeah, it's all residuum poisoning.
Yep.
Just too much tuna fish. You gotta pull back.
No.
Is this a fed lake? Do they have helicopters come in?
Yeah, It's the government.
All
Why
right.
couldn't the Eagles feed the lake?
I think it has something to do with the prospectors, to be honest.
The
I mean,
prospectors.
crazy fucks like Barrelman over there. What was his name? Buzzy?
Boswin, he's just one of the nut jobs that ran in with them. It's just, ever since the boom, ever since the residuum got found in the lake, it's just been this entire town's gone to shit. And it's supposed to
The
be growing.
residuum-
This is supposed to be good for the town, but now tons of crazy people there are. Do you know what the prospecting company is called here? They called it Lakeview Prospecting Company. Like they were like they're locals from here. Like what?
The residuum was found in the lake.
Yeah, it's a rundown from Whitestone.
Honestly.
It sounds like you've got
Do-
some
do I-
foreign undesirables, huh?
Say again?
Sounds like you've got some foreign undesirables here, huh?
Oh, hardly foreign undesirables, just Taldorian undesirables.
Does he mean when he says that, like, are they coming in from just around this region, or are they coming in from like over the sea?
Mainly
That
kind of it seems like this is an eclectic bunch from everywhere. You've seen members of every race here from all stretches of, I mean, like, you wouldn't know exactly very much
Yeah.
as not being from this realm, but like you've seen every race that you've ever like heard of from this plane, you've seen. And
Okay.
to everyone else, you have seen every race you have ever potentially heard about, but except for maybe some like celestials or demons. Like it seems like when there was a buck to be made, a bit of everyone came to grab some.
Right. So the idea is like just a shit ton of people
Yeah,
have come
just
into
a
this
shit ton of
shantytown,
people, and they're all
opportunists.
just a shit ton of people all here for the goal, for the money. Just here for the money, not here to try to make the town better, not here to try to appreciate the town, just here to make a quick buck, bleed it dry, and leave.
Got it.
So
Has the residuum from Whitestone, the runoff, has it always been like that and is only recently built up to be able to mine it, or
it's not being
is this
mined,
something new?
it's not being mined, it's being I always forget the word. Pan it's the pan thing.
Panhandle.
Panhandling.
Is that
I'm
Is that
pretty
what
sure that's what it is. Yeah.
I thought panhandling was okay. So yeah.
Well,
it's-
panning. So the phrase that you're probably looking for is panning for gold. They're
Yes.
panning for residuum.
Yes, exactly. It's basically they're
Yes.
panning for residuum, and it's a lot of that and it's a lot of Whitestone. Basically, Whitestone has Also, if you wanted to, by the way, in all of your journals on Roll20, there I gave you guys a handout that is an entire map of Taldore, and it also leads to a red giant map of Taldore as well that you could zoom in on, and if you copy the link. But the Morin River Run runs all the way down from Whitestone, and it kind of opens up into a tributary there. And what's been happening is the water's been wearing down the Whitestone into residuum and bringing it down through, and it's been kind of creating a deposit in the Morin Lake that's just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just been discovered now. It's not that
Okay, so it has been building.
yeah, it's been there for as long as the Morin Lake has been there, probably, and Whitestone and the River Run, but it's only now.
Alex as a player was wondering if, like, when the Briarwoods upped production of residuum, did it like fuck up the environment, and like that's what Alex was wondering.
You don't know, but it's just now been discovered.
Yes.
You don't know though. You can make a nature check. You can history check.
Let me do it.
Go to the library. Let's do some natural history. How did the political affect the geography?
How did the government let us down and hurt the environment?
Okay. So the conversation progresses on. Are there any other questions or things you had for Marius?
So Farasha, is starting to kind of understand the situation. And well, I don't think she really quite likes this Marius character. He's against outsiders, and she's an outsider. But
He very much is. He's a city guard.
In terms of the the powder bombs, I think she would kind of like bend down and like tug on Belbin's little like shoulder and just be like, how long to get more powder bombs? Like, she's very interested in the powder bombs.
Get the feeling it's probably going to be longer than we want, considering the last attack was 2 weeks ago. And I'd prefer, me personally, not to have another one happen here. But I can ask if you really want.
It's okay, I trust you. I don't want to make him mad.
I get the feeling he might not know.
He kind of like looks down as you guys are having this conversation directly.
It's like right in front of him.
Immediately in
right
front
in front of him.
He says, you know, I'm not a member of the Powder Brigade, so I'm not exactly up. That's what they are called. That's what amazing. I have decided. Everyone in Taldore, every member of the Crown's Guard in Taldore who uses a black powder weapon now is known as a member of the Powder Brigade. I'm not a member of the Powder Brigade, but so I'm not exactly sure on whether we have more by now. I just know that we used all the ones we had last time. So, I mean, maybe they have more, but I don't exactly know. I could go check. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they take that long to make. I think they only take like a few things. I think it's like, because we were able to make them pretty quickly, I think. I don't think they take that long, but I can go check if you want. Barracks are like down the street.
We'd be willing to pay if they can make them in a few hours. We're going to be traveling up.
Hey,
soon,
at this point,
the more
Indrina,
the more big boom, the more, you know.
Hey,
the more,
Indrina,
the more go by goblins.
Indrina, gold is worth double its weight right now. So if you got gold, anyone's got time to listen.
Before you go though, what is the best place to go to get supplies or provisions?
What kind of supplies are you looking for?
Personally, I was looking for the herbs kind of supplies, but
oh yeah,
on herbs. We'll go stop and see Chantel, but
right. Auntie Sean will be at the apothecary is definitely.
Yeah, she's a fucking trip. You guys are gonna love her. But
oh, please take her to Auntie Sean. Please take him to Auntie Sean. They're gonna love her.
But yeah, if you wouldn't mind taking a little scoot on down the road there and just checking for us. I get the feeling I might not be the most welcomed face in some of these kind of places.
Yeah,
it's a fucking miracle that you got a job as a guard.
Yeah, I might be paying off a few debts. Right. I'll go check it out. Just give me like 10 minutes.
Right.
So he trots off and is gone for about 10 minutes. And he comes back with a sack over his shoulder.
Oh God.
And he said, and he comes trotting up and he says, okay, so they haven't made any new ones since the last attack, just because it's been so crazy around here just trying to get everything cleaned up. We haven't even had any time to prep for the next attack, which is really fucking stupid, and I got to talk to someone about that. Oh man, I should talk to someone. Anyway, I was able to get this, and he kind of brings it over and plops it down and opens it up, and you see inside it is a small a sort of like barrel about this size, and a large sack, as well as a smaller pouch. This is everything I guess you need to make one. Nobody really had time to throw one together. It would take apparently it takes like an hour or two to get it right. But this is everything you need to make one, and they said that just like, I don't know, like 25 gold would do it.
Yeah, all right. I'll fit that.
Sweet, awesome. And he pushes it over.
Bilbo
Did
buys a bomb.
Hey,
did they tell you how to make one?
Nope. Wait. Hang on. Pour the powder in. Try not to pour the powder in. Add a small amount of the stuff that's in the pouch, and then fuse it.
Huh. All right.
And seal the barrel. That's important.
Hmm.
I mean, that seems simple enough.
Fluffernutter.
Fluffernutter.
I think it's a little more complex than that, but that's the best I got for you. That's what I retained.
I mean, fair enough. Hey, Yvain, could you
Oh yeah, got it. She just
Thank you.
Righto. So okay. Right. I would love to, hey, if you're in town later tonight, let's grab a drink or something. We can go to Rachel's place.
Yeah, all right. We saw her not that long ago. I'm sure she'd love to have us back.
Oh man, the old crew back together.
Oh, she's
All
gonna
right.
fucking kill us.
Rebecca, not Rachel. Sorry. We can go to Rebecca's place. Right. All right. Well, I got to get back to work though, but it was great seeing you, man. I
too.
will hopefully see you later. If if you're not around whenever you get back.
All right, we might be walking to certain death at that point. So, who fucking knows?
Well, if you get back, I really hope I see you again, bud.
Oh, yeah, me too. Me too.
He claps you on the shoulder and kind of nice meeting y'all, and trots off.
Question.
Shoot.
Alex question. We left the castle with a cart, right?
Yeah,
¿Dónde está?
that was moored up outside the skiff slip. You guys left
Okay,
left
cool.
them tied up.
Yeah,
outside the
okay.
skiff
I just
slip.
wanted it because I was like, we crossed a river, and I was like,
Rebecca
I don't
cleared
think we
that
had
with
a
you guys.
cart. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You did not cross a river yet. You were. Oh no, sorry. You did cross the river in Trina. My bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's up next? What's up?
All right. So Scylla, you want to go see Shani, and anybody else want to go see anything else here? Or are we just gonna start, heading into the woods off on some big hero shit?
The
I mean, I
only
think
thing that I'd be interested in would be a couple of health potions. If there's a place
That's what
around
I
here
was
to
gonna
buy
say
some
too. Yeah.
health potions.
Agreed.
After that, I'm pretty much ready to start heading up.
Well, she might have some.
Yeah, the only place you would know would probably be like maybe be the apothecary.
Let's go.
Again, she's a lot. Big personality. Love her to death. You'll see what I mean. And we'd head that way.
So okay, you guys head back over back down through the town. Her shop is on the other side of the river, back towards the Skiff Slip Tavern and the Sunrise and the lodge. The lodge, by the way, is right here. Is this building right there? If you guys are seeing on the map.
Oh, it's not the red one in the middle of the map. Okay.
No, that's the lodge. This is the Skiff Slip Tavern.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I may have said that wrong.
We've been around the town.
Yeah. So
Little legs are tired.
yeah. It is currently around, I'd say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. I'll say. I'm gonna call that canon no matter what I said last time. And so yeah, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you guys make your way back down to the Preposterous Apothecary, which is this teeny tiny little building right here. This little gray one sandwiched in between, this small little box sandwiched in between these two buildings right here.
All right.
This is a small building that looks like it's kind of leaning in on itself a little bit. It's got moss and vines and plants and all sorts of greenery, all like potted and not potted, and just kind of freely growing around the structure. Just kind of existing. This building looks like it might as well have just grown up from the ground. And above it in flowing green letters is a sign that says "Preposterous Apothecary." And you guys make your way in, and you see a room that is dark and cool with some faint kind of lantern and candlelight. Scylla, you feel right at home here. It is
I was
very
gonna say that, yeah.
yeah, it is very fungal in this area. So yeah, there are rows and rows and rows of jars and herbs and bottles of tinctures and plants and different kinds of, rubs and dusts and powders and liquids and all sorts of things, all scattered around on tables, on shelves, on walls, on the sides of things. It's a very eclectic collection. It's a very hectic eclectic collection. And you see sitting in the far end behind a desk, reading what looks to be a book, an elven woman. She is, you would say she looks to be in her mid 30s. So for an elf, she's probably several hundred years old. She's got very tall blonde hair kind of plopped all on top of her head in a bunch of very eccentric curls and a tower of curls, all very meticulously crafted, but somehow still wild as all hell. She's got these green glasses that kind of perch on a longer nose that hook around her pointed ears, and they kind of come up to points in the ends. Her lips are brightly painted red. She's got impeccable makeup on and you can see she's got about 4-inch about inch and a half false nails. As you open the door and walk in, she looks up from her book and snaps it shut. Well, Belvin Elderberry.
Hi there, Auntie. Brought you some new friends.
Oh my God, it's really you. And she gets up and she bustles around the counter and scoops you up and plants just a big old wet kiss right on your cheek. Oh, bless you, a little tiny little heart. It's been so long. She plops you back down. So you brought me some friends. Who are these? Who are your friends?
Hi, I'm Farasha.
Hi, Farasha. I'm Chantel. And she extends a spangled hand with a bunch of clacking bracelets on it. You're getting very Long Island Jew.
Yeah. Farasha kisses it.
Enchanté. Oh, I am enchanted with you. And who are you two lovely ladies?
I'm Scylla. Hello.
Scylla, I am enchanted. Aren't you you just look like I could have grown you right out of one of my pots here, don't you? I love it.
I would be honored if you had.
And a flatterer too. Oh, I'm already gonna tell I love you guys. And what about you, big miss?
I'm Yvain. I like your nails.
Yvain? Oh, well, thank you very much. I do them myself. I like your hair. I like the design you got going on in your braids. It's very cute. I would love to know how you do that.
Oh, thanks.
So she kind of like looks back down at you and kind of say, well, come on. You got to tell me what's been going on. And I'm gonna speed this up for expediency's sake. She spends a good 10 to 20 minutes just making you tell her everything that's new with you, and just going off on tangent stories, filling you in on the tea. She tells you all about how Rebecca was replaced on the council by Vanner, and how that was a whole thing for Rebecca for a little while. That she was heated, and there were several loud nights at the Skiff Slip after that. She asks about your parents. She is just all that. And then finally, after all that, she says, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you guys need any more coffee? Are you guys okay? You guys need any more coffee? Because we had to get down to business now. So, because you're obviously here for something. You couldn't just come to say hi.
I'm all right, but my friends here might need a little something. Any of you?
Well, tell Auntie Sean what you need.
Long story short, we're about to go do something very stupid, which is pretty much right up my alley, and very dangerous. Also, pretty well up the alley. But specifically, this one here, and I'll point at Scylla, was looking for herbs and shit.
Well,
I don't
look
really
no
know.
further, sweetheart. You found them.
And you seem rather well stocked.
Oh, absolutely anything you need. All got it fresh right here.
Perfect. I was just looking to see if you had any supplies to make health potions in the lot.
To make health potions.
Or if you just have health potions.
Both would be best.
I actually do have both. Wouldn't you know? And she kind of just give me 1 second, and she reaches down under her counter and pulls out a small little stand with 2 health potions on it. I'm not exactly very well versed in making them, so these are the I've been trying my craft and just making little bits at a time, but I do have a few components in the back. Just give me 1 second. And she bustles back to grab whatever, and you hear, just crashing and
Cat.
several scurry out. So she comes back a minute later and puts several pouches down. This should be everything you need, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you know how to make these better than I do. I've only been making them for I don't know, like I've only been working on it for the last I think 50 years. So I'm still a little shaky.
They say it takes multiple lifetimes to
I know,
perfect the craft.
but that's who has time for that? I mean, I do, but
No, I knew a cleric once that kind of helped me learn, so I wouldn't. You're probably better than me, but
oh well, you're too modest. Anyway, so let me see. Is this everything you guys are gonna need, or did you need anything else?
I would definitely like to buy some stuff.
Go. Yeah.
I would like to buy. How much are your health potions, please?
Oh, these are all I have right now with these 2, and for these 2, now usually the run-in price around here is 150 golds, but because you're with Belby over here, I'll give them to you for 100. Just knock off that 50. Why don't you? 100 each.
What if we were to bring you back some very valuable pieces of a half ogre that would probably be very potent for some potion making?
Oh my god. That stupid dangerous thing you're gonna do. You're gonna go try to handle that goblin. The goblin guy.
That's right. Is that a problem?
Yeah. She grabs a rolled up magazine from the side table and just starts whapping you over the head, Belbin. Belbin, Elderberry, you stupid little man. What do you think you are doing going after that big... She just wails on you for a second.
Just sitting. Yeah.
What do you think you are doing? Do you really think you could do this?
Me personally alone, no. But with these, probably have an all right shot.
She looks at all of you. You better take care of him. You better take care of him.
It would be much easier to do that if we had health potions. Cheaper.
It's true.
Well, Olga blood. Olga blood, you say?
Yeah, I can bring you jars of this stuff.
She kind of smacks her lips and taps one very long painted nail on her. All right. Just because you're friends. Actually, you know what? No, make a persuasion check. I'm sorry. I realized I should have been having you fucking roll for this shit. I got too up in the role play. She's too nice. Chantel's too nice.
Let it be nice.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Fine. You bring me back 5 vials of Olga blood. And I will give you these for 50 gold each.
Cool. I should have that many vials already on me, poisoner's kit, etc., I think.
Sure.
Or she can give me some if she really wants them. To either way.
Yeah, she'll hand over. Yeah, just fill these with Olga blood, and we'll see.
Cool. So Farasha currently has about 111 gold. Does anybody else want to like grab the other one at that
So
price?
it's going to be 100 for the 2, and the components all together is going to be another 150. Or sorry, it's going to be another. Sorry, it's
The
gonna be another
components
100.
are more.
It's gonna be another 100. Sorry, the original price of the potion is 150. The price of the components alone is 100. And you are getting both potions for 50 each. So instead of each potion for 150.
Yeah. So I think Farasha would probably buy one and leave one for somebody else to grab.
Okay. All right, so that's 50 gold from you. Anybody else?
Well, I'm pretty sure if I don't come back, you're gonna find me, bring me back to life, and beat me to death with that magazine again. So I guess I'll take the other one then.
You better. 50
Yeah.
gold.
All right, there you go.
Fork it over. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Good boy.
Love you, Auntie.
You better. And for you, darling, the components, 100 gold.
Unfortunately, that's a little too.
Oh,
Too
fine.
steep
We'll
for
call
my
it
blood.
75. We'll call it 75 of 50. What do you think?
Also, just like
I
point of
would, I
order.
would love it if it was 50.
Because you're cute. Because you're cute, and you remind me. Because you're cute, and you remind me of my favorite mushroom. I'll do it for 50.
Okay.
How many potions would
You
these
could
components
potentially make 3 potions if you didn't screw it up.
Okay.
3
I will
minor
give
healing.
you the
You can make 3 minor
50.
healing potions, or you make 3 minor healing potions, or 1 greater healing potion.
Okay.
Just curious, because I am the person who likes to keep track. Are we pulling from the party funds, or is this everybody's individual money?
I took mine out of my individual, so because I could
So
fuck
wait,
it up.
hold on.
So
Okay, wait. Is party funds? What's party funds and what's individual? Because
That 400 gold that we got up front. Oh, do we all get 100? Is that how we?
I
Each
thought
got
we
100.
just split.
yeah,
I
I
just-
just
we
yeah,
just
got
split
it,
it to
got it.
100.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I assumed everyone did. But
Because I have 14 gold left to my name, so
I'm actually gonna real quick. Who here came into this campaign with 0 gold and 0 cash?
I think so, but I was also an adventurer before this, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I just
and
took
my
the 10
dollars.
that it gives you.
Yeah.
My
okay.
background gave me 15.
Your background gave you 15.
Mhm.
Okay. Everyone. Okay. Yvain, take 10. Farasha, take 5. Scylla and Belbin, take 20. So now you all started off with 20 gold.
Lit.
amazing.
Perfect. Okay. And so I
You are
have
swimming in it.
the
35 gold.
I have components
For 3 minor health potions or 1 greater healing potion.
healing potion.
Greater healing potion is really good.
Yeah, not superior, but greater. I believe it goes minor, greater, superior.
Yeah.
3 minor or 1 greater.
Yes. Superior is
Potentially.
fucking nuts.
Well, yeah, there's superior, and then there's actually supreme past that, but nobody ever gets to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's like how nobody uses Electrum.
And the 2 that we got are minor,
Oh,
right?
fucking Electrum.
Yes.
Yeah, I have literally in all my time never imbibed a supreme healing potion. It has never happened.
It's like 20 D4 plus something. It's
It's fucking insane.
Why would you want to
Damn.
roll that many D4?
You want someone to
Listen.
step on them. You
click clack, go click clack. Okay.
It's true. He's
Math
doing that.
rocks go click clack. Okay.
Not wrong.
Quick thing. It is 8:45. Do you guys want to take a quick 5-minute bio break?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So yeah, 5-minute bio break. Sorry, it's not 8:45 for you guys. Fuck, I keep forgetting I'm the only one in this fucking time zone. I hate you guys for doing this. Anyway, no. Oh yeah. So yeah, be back here in 5 minutes.
Mac, how dare you? You better knock another 10 gold off for healing potion prices.
Oh, it's the late night
the time
tax.
zone fee.
The late night discount. What up?
Hey.
Troublemaker comes home.
Literally always. I will never not be a headache.
I'm loving the character that Belbin is becoming.
I am so excited for how stupid he is. My God.
Can't wait for him to leave his hometown.
I mean that too.
Or
I feel
can't wait for him to see. Can't wait. More like can't wait to see what he's like outside his hometown.
uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
That was such serendipitous, dude. That was such.
I
pure
mean,
serendipity.
it just happens
You
sometimes.
can't write that shit. You can't write that shit.
No. Well, and I was between here and another place too, and I was like, no, we're gonna go with like small fish town. Like that's what we're gonna go with.
Where was the other spot?
Oh shit. Let me get my map open real quick here. See
I
if
gave
can
you a
find it.
link.
I know. That's what I'm doing. It just requires me to actually work faster than I was expecting.
Ew. No, I'm sorry, don't do that.
Well. Oh.
If you
Well.
can-
Let's see. It was gonna be. I think it was up here. It was like a tiny town that was more towards Craghammer.
Joran Village.
No, it wasn't there. It was.
Because man, if you had been from Joran, oh man, with Kith and Kin just being released,
Yeah, I need to read that.
dude. No, it's all set in Joran.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's all. Well, most
Huh.
of it is set in. It's all Vax and Vex, and it's set in Western and Joran.
Yeah, my copy's
Interesting.
been sitting on the table for. I've read one chapter,
I know.
2 chapters.
I have
And
the audiobook.
I
I
s-
haven't started.
It's just chilling.
I finished the audiobook and it's so good. Listen to the audiobook, Alex. I promise you. Robbie, Laura,
I just wanted
and
like the
Liam.
physical, you know.
Robbie,
but
Laura,
I-
and Liam, dude. It's an experience. Hearing
I'm gonna
Robbie
get it
flirt
and
with-
then I'm gonna
hearing
get
Robbie
it and then
flirt with
listen
Liam
and then
is-
like read along. Because I like
That's fun.
looking at the words, but
Yeah, that's fun.
listening is good.
Das ist
All right.
gut.
Before we
That's good.
jump back in, can I tell you guys some really nice real life news from my
Please,
life?
absolutely update us.
When pandemic started, I wrote a novel. It's my second novel. This novel is Arab futurist science fiction novel, and I started querying it just a week ago, like over the weekend. I sent like 100 queries out, and I already have 6 requests from literary agents to read it.
Dude, no fucking
Oh,
way.
fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Congrats.
That's awesome.
That's so
congratulations.
tight.
I can't wait
Thank
to
you.
read that.
It fucking blew my mind, and I cried a little bit because that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's
for not
dope
even
as
being
shit.
like a week since I sent them out. Like one of them was
when you send out
actually
100, you expect to get 3 back, not like
yeah.
maybe.
Three back,
I've-
maybe.
I've like
Maybe.
gotten like a fair amount of rejections too, but I definitely haven't heard back from all of them. And one of them was in person, so it's actually different. And another was Twitter, and then the rest of them have all just been. But like it's like 5 full requests and 1 partial. They were like, it's really
Dude,
That's awesome.
overwhelming. Actually,
That's so tight.
so
Yeah.
incredible. Congratulations.
thank you so much. I haven't talked about it yet.
Oh,
really
man.
anywhere, but it's just I needed to tell somebody, and I felt
Yeah, for
D&D
sure.
fam should know. So
Dude, that's so cool. Congrats.
That's awesome.
Please
Thank you.
please keep us updated. I want to know. I want to
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
I keep on wanting to talk about it on TikTok, but then I just got in like a new request yesterday, and I was like, maybe I should wait a little longer. 'Cause what if I get more? You know, like I'm getting greedy now. But
Don't count
Whatever
your chick-
keeps the
don't count
goblin
your
brain
eggs.
happy.
Don't count your eggs.
You just keep stitching it like over and over and over again.
oh my god, that would be so funny. Just stitch duet, stitch duet, stitch duet.
Oh,
Yeah, one of them
amazing.
was actually one of my top choices, Sarah Megilo, who's a really, really hot shot agent. So
It's like getting acceptance from a college. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Well, like even if they all don't go for it, at the very least, it's just like, well, I guess my first chapter doesn't suck.
Yeah. It's like receiving a nomination. Like, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So anyway, I just needed to tell somebody.
dude,
Yeah.
congratulations.
No, for
Amazing.
sure. That's awesome.
Please keep
Yeah.
us updated. I'm invested now.
Yay!
I'm trusting the
Eventually I'm-
algorithm to bring this back to my For You page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna start talking on it more on TikTok, but like I just don't feel like it's ready yet.
Right.
Eventually, one day.
All right. So, was there anything else that you guys wanted to either do in town or get from Chantel at the Preposterous Apothecary?
I'm set.
Do you have like do you have anything interesting?
What kind of interesting, honey?
You know. Well, what do you think is interesting?
Well, personally, I like to have my mentality shifted occasionally.
Okay. I
And,
definitely couldn't tell it.
certain concoctions can help with that. With the shift of mentality. For a limited time, of course.
I feel like going into a death battle right now might not be the best time to have a mentality shift. Maybe next time we'll
you
come
do
back.
know it's
We'll
about-
circle
yeah.
back. Yeah.
All right. Okay, maybe when you come back. All right. So anything else to get done in town?
We got like provisions and all that shit.
Yeah, you're all
from
good there.
Yeah,
the-
I'm
yeah.
set with that.
You got about a week's worth.
I guess we'll just go ahead and leave and head towards where the fuck our cart is.
All right. So
Bye, Auntie.
oh, bye, Belby. I swear to God, you had better come back. You
I
owe
know,
me
if I
Ogre's
don't, you'll
blood.
come- Well, yeah. We'll make sure we get that. And if I don't
Okay.
come back, you'll find me and kill me yourself. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Say hi to your mom for me. Bye.
will do. Love you.
Love you. I should call my aunt.
Right.
I wish my aunt was that fun.
Well, same, but
No, I have
Ma-
I have an aunt who's not really my aunt. She's a friend of my grandfather's. Who's my mom's parents were just the people who like would take you in if you didn't have a place to stay. If you had a fight with your parents and needed a place to go, you went to the Levington's place. So like I have so many aunts that aren't aunts, uncles that aren't uncles. You know, just
amazing.
my mother's side of the family is much bigger than it should be, and multi-ethnic. So yeah, you guys head back to the Skiff Slip Tavern. And sorry, I got it. Well, frog in my throat. You guys head back to the Skiff Slip Tavern, pick up your cart and horse, and start heading out along the Morin River run. You start off on the side that has the most damage, which is the side that the that Trog had gone through. I'm sorry, I misplaced the Skiff Slip Tavern on that. I completely misplaced that when I told you guys where it was. I was looking at the wrong part of the map. I saw the same I saw the same building, and I was like, oh no. The Skiff Slip Tavern is actually right here on that side of the lake, on that side of the river.
Interesting.
Right there. Right there.
I swear
we
to
did
God,
not-
it was over
so
here
we-
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buildings here do that every once in a while. They'll just kind of.
I'm sorry. The DM messed up. He saw the same building sprite and just assumed.
So we still actually have crossed the bridge, but we would have had to do that to get to the Sunrise Lodge.
Yes.
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 Okay.
We've been back and forth a couple times now.
Yeah.
We've made
Well-
friends with the ripped old man.
Yep.
You know, this
Name
residuum
Mr.
is pretty
McDermott.
powerful, creating like ripples in reality. You never know what side of buildings are gonna be
Exactly.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you eat the fish, it gets even worse.
That Mandela effect, man.
Farasha really wants to eat the fish, just so we're clear.
I'm so curious about it.
Do you want to? There aren't as many as there usually would be. The Morin Lake is usually, and the River Run is usually teeming with fish, but there are significantly less than there usually would be. So if you want to make an investigation, a little investigation check to see if you can snatch a fish out the river.
If she could just like stick her face like right in the water, like she was doing with the boat, and try and catch a fish, she absolutely wants to do that.
Okay, make an investigation check, and then we'll see how that goes.
Oh,
You stick your face in, and it just water in your eyes. It is like it's bad. It's bad.
I got algae.
Yeah,
Ah!
you got a bit of algae. You got a spot of algae just as you were about to go face in.
I'm never watching Nemo again.
It's like on my horns. Like,
Yep,
I
yep.
can't.
It is all in your hair. It's on your eyelashes. It's bad.
Oh, I help her pick it out. There you go.
So yeah,
Thank you.
you guys make your way back, get your horse and cart, and start making your way along the northern side of the Morin River Run. So I would like anyone who is looking around for the tracks of the goblin troop to make a survival check for me.
Okay,
I
Scylla's
would like to
probably
do that.
helping direct the it's horse or horses. I think it was just one
Single
horse.
Is
Single
anyone
horse and a cart.
Is anybody here good at tracking survival? High survival roll.
I've got a +2.
I'm plus
mine-
3.
Oh, dude, you.
Okay,
I
so
have a
then I
-2.
yeah
I'm the wisdom class, guys.
yeah. I'm hanging out with my herbalist buddy, poisoner, herbalist, whatever, and assisting her, trying to help her as she's looking for clues
Okay, so
to give her advantage.
So we're giving Scylla advantage on the survival check.
I will be laying in the cart with a cap thrown on my head, pulled down kind of over my eyes, staring up at the sky.
chewing on a thistle.
Yep, pretty much.
While she's looking around, Scylla's gonna touch the raven skull on her cloak and cast guidance on herself
Okay,
to
go
give
ahead.
herself a little boost.
Guidance.
Yo, I got 2 15s. What the fuck?
Hey yo.
And a 4 on my D4. So that's
Hey yo.
that's 18 plus 4, 22.
Okay. 22. Yeah, not hard at all to pick up. Even without that super high roll, not hard at all to pick up the tracks of the large trundling beast that came barreling down the muddy bank of the river. But as you progress deeper into the Parchwood Timberlands, the trail gets a little harder, but Scylla, you are right on it. So
I like the woods.
yeah. So time goes on, and as you track your way through the forest. Now, if I could have you all roll a d20 for me.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. Natural 1.
Vex said
18
no.
and 11. Okay. So what I would like is Scylla. Sorry. Scylla and Belbin. Roll one more time. Rollies.
Rollies.
Fuck.
I just threw it
4.
off the table. 4.
9.
9. All right.
Nice.
Belbin, I'm gonna need you to roll a d4, please. I'm sorry to have you roll so many
Good
things. Just
Lord.
like the last.
Don't roll a dragon. Don't roll a dragon.
2. All right. So,
Yeah, God, could you fucking imagine?
I'm sorry, guys, I rolled a dragon.
So as you guys are trekking through the woods, you guys come across a small sort of clearing where you decide to rest for a minute, for just a moment. Take a short rest, if you will. As you guys are going through that short rest, I would like anyone who just happens to be bored and looking around, probably actually Tharasha, let's have you make a investigation or survival check, either one. Up to you. 19. Wow, very nice. Okay. So with that, as you're kind of just like, you're looking around, you're in a forest now, which is a lot more familiar to you than anything else in this fucking realm has been, but it's still not the same as home. it's different here. It's a lot more widespread. It's not quite as like the forests aren't quite as dense as they are back home. The trees are different. The wildlife is different. The animals are different. So you're trying to, like, you're looking around and you're just wondering, like, how is this different? How is that different? And your curiosity leads you to a knot in a tree, and you look and it looks like the knot leads to a hole in the tree, and you kind of reach through, and there's a pocket. There seems to be like a sort of like space in the tree, and you reach through and you feel something in there, and you can grab it, and you grab it and pull it out. There's a small pouch sitting in the tree.
Like a little leather pouch, like a tied leather
it's
pouch.
like it's like a little leather drawstring pouch, about like maybe maybe yay big.
Yeah, I tell no one and immediately open it and like look inside and smell.
Roll 1d10
Smell
for me,
bag.
please.
I tell no one.
Roll 1d10.
A D10?
Yes, d10. Okay. There is you see, as you open it, it is filled with gems. Different kinds
Ooh.
of crystals and fine gems, rubies, emeralds. There's even a diamond or two in there. And you look around, and if you were any good at appraising, you'd probably understand that these could be worth about 80 gold.
80 gold. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I pocket the pouch or tie it to my side or whatever, and I start kind of looking around to see if there's any indication around of who it might belong to or who put it there. Footprints.
Go ahead and
like
make another.
tatters of clothing or something.
I'm gonna let that investigation check ride. That 19. With that 19, sure. I'd say you'd be able to look around the tree, and you don't find any signifiers of who left it, but you do find a couple of what look to be carvings in the tree at certain points. And looking around the clearing, you see another couple of what look to be intentional markers that someone has set for this specific spot.
Can I read them or interpret them at all? Like thieves' canty sort of a thing?
Yes. Treasure here.
Got it. No. Is it in thieves' cant or is it in something else?
No, it's just supposed to be like, like a mark. It's like someone marked a spot for them to remember.
Got it. And is there?
But this is not a natural occurring thing.
Yeah. I'll call my friends over and tell them to come take a look. And I say, hi, I found some treasure here. The treasure is mine, but does anybody else have any questions about or any idea about who might have left it here? Could these be the people we're tracking?
I mean, we're tracking goblins. I don't know why goblins would be leaving their treasure just like hanging out outside of, or I guess on the path to the place that they're raiding. But I mean,
is this common? Do people just leave things in trees and forests around here?
Farasha, do you happen to point out the markings?
Yeah, I show you all the markings and stuff.
DM, would Yvain know from Lisette what these are?
They don't. You can. Lisette would have given you a couple of like rudimentary lessons in Thieves' Cant to kind of like recognize what it looks like.
Yeah, that's all she's going for.
This doesn't look like Thieves' Cant. Does anyone speak Goblin or read Goblin?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you guys are stumped. No clue. This just looks like a weird random marking. This just looks like someone carved a cross in a tree, the equivalent of a cross in the tree, just to mark a spot.
I mean, you know what they say, X marks the spot.
Maybe you just got lucky.
I think this means we're on the right way, though.
I mean, I hope so. That's what everybody told us to do. So
yeah, it was a lot of gems. They're very shiny.
Well, that's exciting.
Maybe we can look for more marks and follow them.
That's a good idea. You're so smart.
There's an idea.
Okay, so you guys pick up after your short rest and move back in. Go ahead and make an investigation or survival check for me to either pick up the trail you were following or to see if there are more markings.
While we were chilling, though, would
Mm.
Scylla have enough time to try to make a potion while they were chilling?
Make a potion? No.
No. Okay.
You would need
She's
several,
contemplating.
you would
She's
need
looking at
several
she's looking
hours
at
for
the
that.
things.
You would need several hours for that, and you stop for about like 30, 45 minutes.
Okay.
That's a long rest thing.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys pick back up, and so yeah, whoever would like to, if we were going to do the same thing for Scylla.
I think so.
Okay,
Belbin's probably still fucking off,
investigation.
but me and Evian are probably like, no, we'll help.
honestly, if anyone who I'll take investigation as well as survival for tracking. So if anyone has a better investigation than survival.
Oh, do you want me to do it again?
Yes, to pick the trail back up. Yes.
Okay, same thing, different time. Fuck, 24.
24, not an issue. You are able, and you are even able to discern these are two separate sets of tracks. These are the tracks they left. These are not only the tracks they left coming in, but also the tracks they left going back. They took the same route. Goblins are not intelligent. They took the same route back, and so you are able to follow this without issue. You were able to follow it until the day comes to a close. It is getting to be nightfall at this point. Would you guys like to travel on through the night, or would you like to make camp for the evening?
Thrasha would definitely like to make camp for the evening.
Make camp.
It's probably a good idea. We should probably keep it lower profile, though, just to make sure that's nothing.
Yeah, probably we should try and get away from the well-traveled path that the goblins use, just in case they come back by.
Agreed.
Good idea.
And I believe as a Fae, I need a long rest that's half as long. So I would be willing to try and keep guard for at least half of the time that we're resting for the night.
Okay. So yeah, I will make you guys roll for it. You guys are able to find another small clearing where like trees kind of like a small like off path kind of leads off into a small clearing. And you guys pitch your camp there, a couple of tents. Farasha, you are up for the first watch. Is anybody else taking the second watch after Farasha?
Scylla will take the second watch.
Okay. So all right. So then cool.
While on watch,
Yep.
can Farasha fashion the powder bomb?
Do you have alchemy proficiency?
No. I only have poisoner stuff. I don't have any alchemy.
So yeah, I would say you have the alchemy kit, but without the proficiency in alchemy specifically, you would not be able to build a powder bomb. You can try. You have the
Okay.
instructions.
She pokes at it and stuff, but doesn't feel confident enough and gives up.
Yeah, I'd say you can try, but you would have a significant you would have a potential disadvantage to it.
I think she has enough self-awareness that she would know to give up.
Okay. Yeah, black powder is actually a fairly recent addition to Taldorian history. It hasn't been around for as long as it would have been in other fantasy aspects. It's only been around for about the last maybe 50 years or so.
It makes me think of powder mage. That's
Yep.
like what it sounds like every time you talk about it, which is awesome.
Very rudimentary. So okay. So you guys pitch your camp. Anything you guys want to get done before we're going to bed for the evening?
Scylla will be like, I'm just going to use the little girl's room, except she's gonna walk off and far away enough out of line of sight,
Mhm.
and find. She feels kind of guilty about killing shit, but like find like the base of a tree and like on the back of it. So like if they were walking away from camp, they would have to look back to see it. And release her decay onto
big
the
is the
back
tree?
of the tree.
How big is the tree?
I think she'd try to find a pretty big one, because if it's a tiny one, she's probably gonna kill it, and she would feel really bad about that.
Okay.
So she probably tries to find like a more sizable tree.
Okay.
Oh, she's gonna kill the tree.
Tree killer!
So
Guilt.
as you touch the trunk and kind of breathe deep and kind of release whatever it is that you hold back within you all day, every day, since you can, for as long as you can remember, or not as long as you can remember, for the past few years now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for the past few years, you release, and the bubbling black fungal decay crawls down your arms and onto your hands and out of your fingertips and your palms and into the wood, and it eats away at the wood, and it decays the wood to and the bark, and to the point where it's just black and crusted and dead, and it eats into it to the point where about a good chunk of the tree has been just eaten away. And it creaks, and
Oh,
you
God.
hear it kind of, and it holds.
Oh, thank fucking God. Scylla kind of like like takes a deep breath, like she's like fuck, and then kind of like lightly puts her forehead on the tree and just says, "I am sorry." And then, yeah, fuck.
All it took was a touch. Literally, I was gonna say a breeze would knock it over.
Oh no.
The entire
I was certainly. I just headbutted the tree into oblivion.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The roll didn't have it
Yeah,
decay
it
to
didn't
fall.
like me. Didn't like me.
Was
And-
that close enough for us to hear?
Yeah,
You guys do hear the
we hear
tree
that?
She's literally just
crashing down in the forest back where Scylla walked towards.
Yvain jumps up, like grabs the great axe. She's like looking around. Like,
That seems bad.
What was that?
Go ahead.
Do you guys want to? You don't see anything. All you see like some birds flying away from like a bit deeper into the forest.
We'll
For
very
Russia.
quickly wrap a wire around my finger and go, Scylla, you all right?
Can I respond to this? Yes. I think the goblins messed with this tree trunk, and I hit it while I was. It's a mess. I'm fine.
Okay. Think we're all right. Hopefully Scylla will be back soon. But I guess that answers the whole if a tree falls in the forest question, huh? It's a really fucking loud sound is what the answer is.
If you don't mind me, quick meta, Belvin, what is your passive insight as a halfling?
8.
Nice, amazing. Least charismatic halfling ever.
Oh no, my charisma's through the roof. My wisdom is garbage.
Oh right, insight is wisdom. That's right.
Yep. I have
You
a
know
7
shit.
I have a 7 wisdom and an 18 charisma.
Always
Incredible.
lie to Belvin. Got it.
Literally always.
You will always get away with it.
We will always believe you.
Sweet innocent boy. All right.
So Belvin, you know that everything's fine. Yvain is up with her sword. Farasha would immediately slip into the shadows at that sound, and just like disappear into the
Stealth
night,
check.
like dagger ready.
Give me a stealth check.
15.
Yeah, okay. You slip into the shadows and are not. No, hold on. Actually, here, just for fun, because we were in this for a second. There
we go. Yeah.
So yeah, you slip into the shadows over here for a second.
Nice. If you click that and go into settings, you should be able to give me control. Like you can give each of us control.
I
so that we
think
can
you
move
should
or-
have control.
I do not currently. I can't click mine.
Oh, hold on.
I love watching all of us try.
Now
and
we're
we're
just all
moving.
Determined by character
Whee!
settings. What the fuck?
Ooh, I'm
Um,
in the woods.
I am in the woods. Woo!
The woods.
Oh, shit. This you haven't even had you in your journal yet. Damn it. There you go. My bad. There you go.
I am now hiding in the shadows. Thank you.
Under a tree. Okay. So yeah.
Under a tree.
Yeah,
Darling,
Scylla
it's better.
under a tree. But yeah, so Scylla went off. Scylla went off in this direction. Have you returned, Scylla? What are you doing? What are you doing as this tree is now crashed to the ground in front of you?
She like after she lied to fucking Belfin through the message, she's kind of like,
Oh yeah.
waits
Yeah,
a
by
few
the way,
seconds.
make a deception check, by the way. I know he's not gonna get it, but make a deception and Belvin make an insight check.
Right.
Make an
Yeah. The
insight check.
DC is 7 for lying to Belvin.
21.
Yeah, you're
Active
good.
insight check is a 4.
Amazing.
Beautiful. So yeah, after lying to Belbin.
She probably like waits a half second to be like she doesn't know when like the message cycle ends, so you can continue hearing her. And she'll probably like sit there and like kind of just like of course this would happen to me, of course. And fuck. And then just try to compose herself as best as possible and walk back.
All right.
That was a really interesting bathroom break, got to say.
It sure seems like it. So
Yeah,
wait, where the fuck? Rasha, where'd you go?
Yeah, Farash is gone, by the way.
That seems not great.
Oh, hi. Hi. Everything's fine. And like it's literally like it's just like she just like melted into nothingness and then just popped out of nowhere, and like it would be very startling to everybody else.
You blink and she's there.
Yeah. She just pops up and she's like, "Hey, hi," and like she's got like 2 massive daggers in her hands. Like, everything's fine.
Is
We're
it?
And the daggers disappear, and she's like, "Yay! That was woo! Yawn."
Did you
All right,
just
then.
say yawn?
That's
I just want to let that one slide, but
that is how that works, right? Yawn. Yep.
correct. You are
Mhm.
uh-huh. So anyway,
Nailed it.
we don't know how far away we are from this whole band of fuckers. Do we want to like game plan it all, or do we just want to like get there and twist one off and see what happens?
Well, we don't really know what terrain we're dealing with. We don't know if we have high ground and low ground. We don't know if they have walls. We can't really plan right now.
They have
I think
access to the
going-
water.
That's true.
What time is it right now?
It is coming up around like 10 o'clock, maybe 9.
In
Like 9,
in
10
the
o'clock.
morning?
No, and in the evening. This is before bed.
Yeah.
So we have not gone to bed yet.
No, you have not gone to
Got
bed,
it.
not taken a long rest yet.
Okay, cool. I'm with you, Vane. Reconnaissance, very good for me, especially kind of like sneaking up on very powerful people, and stabby is my thing.
And we have to stay to the left side of the big one,
Yes.
potentially.
Let's hope none
Got
of
it.
you get that close.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no, please. From the sound of it, I'd be like a, just a good home run swing away from you guys never seeing me again.
So,
So
the way that I kind of like to operate, honestly, to be fair, I normally work alone, but I really like sneaking up on people
Fucking rogues.
when they least expect it, and doing horrible things to them. It's very effective. And then after that, you guys can come in and finish the job. But,
so
Yeah, all right, that sounds good.
so are we just making sure that Bilbin doesn't die then?
I prefer not to die, but I feel like that's more of a universal sort of sentiment. But I am vocalizing my desire right now to remain among the living. Please?
I think that goes for all of us. No, some recon would be good beforehand. And you just popped out of fucking nowhere. So Farasha, I think you might be just the person for the job.
It's probably good.
Yeah. No reason that I'm good at that at all, by the way.
I
Right, that
am
checks out.
extremely conspicuous. So tell me where to hit and I'll fucking hit.
Same goes for me.
I think that sounds like a great plan. But first, we have to see what their fort looks like.
It is true.
As the conversation draws to a close, you all start to yawn and rub your eyes. And
Yes, yawn. Yawn.
yeah,
Yawn.
stretching
Yawn.
and saying yawn.
Yeah.
Yawn.
Yawn.
Farasha is like a little bit late. She's like, "Oh, we're yawn again, yawn."
And you guys head to bed for the evening. Farasha, you said you were taking first watch.
Yeah. So I yawn and then immediately don't go to sleep.
Yes.
Delayed yawn.
Yeah,
It's a human
exactly.
thing.
She's trying her best.
All right. So I would like you to make a perception check for the night, please. Okay. So, man, you guys are rolling tonight. Most of you. So, okay. The night goes on.
Yeah, unless I'm trying to catch fish, apparently.
Yeah, really. When it counts, though. When it counts,
No
though.
fucking residuum fish for you.
Yeah, nothing counts more than fish dinner to Farasha, okay? That was the most important role of the night.
All right. So the night progresses on. And you spend your time. What do you spend your time doing when you're not patrolling or looking out?
To completely honest, whenever nobody else is around, Farasha the bubbliness kind of subsides, and she just kind of like pulls into her own thoughts and just like zones out and stares, and that's when she allows herself to like feel her sadness and her own sickness.
Okay. So yeah,
and then sometimes she like draws like boobs and dicks in the dirt with a stick.
Oh man, watch campaign 2. You're gonna love Jester.
The traveler is watching over you as we speak.
So many little dicks.
Yeah, and like moths flying. She's like, oh yeah.
It's a dick with wings. So yeah, the night progresses and you find yourself staring into the fire, and you take the time occasionally to kind of stand up, stretch, look around. But as it gets later and later, an hour goes by, an hour and a half, 2 hours, you stare into the fire and you start thinking about home, about how it's so different here, about how the cities are so different. The woods are a little bit more the same, but still different. The people, oh my God, the people. They don't talk the same. They don't think the same. It's an entirely new world. And you feel somewhat afraid of how big it seems and how small you feel. But you look around.
Especially honestly, she was very affected by that Marius guy. That's like exactly the kind of person that she like doesn't like running into in this world, is that kind of anti-outsider person. So she's probably like mulling about that.
Yeah, you're thinking of like how you're thinking of Marius and his armor with his blades and his he didn't exactly look like the average guard type, but he looks like he's starting to kind of like stand with that faux pride that a lot of them seem to have, this buffed up sense of bluster that would not stand 5 minutes of conversation. And you're wondering how that kind of ideals could have ever existed in your home. You're wondering how that, if that had ever been a part of your home, or whether or not that could have ever existed in your home, and what that would have been like, and how awful it would have been, and how much you miss it. And it's at that moment that you hear a snapping in the woods behind you. You tense, and for a moment, you resist the urge to jump up with daggers out, because you know that anything creeping would be better left thinking that they were unheard. So you stop, you relax, and you get up for a second, and you just get up and you stretch and you turn and look towards the sound, just like you had been doing this entire night. And you see sorry. I gotta get to layers. There we go. In the bushes, creeping up, these three Senijims creeping up through the bushes. And they are just about on the tree line at this moment. And they are kind of down low in the brush. You can see blades and a bow or two. Right now you only see three. And they are dressed in kind of dark greens and blacks and browns, and they are low and their faces are covered, and they are watching your camp with gleaming, intent eyes.
So are they like constantly moving toward us? Like
they are currently aware that you are looking in their direction and have kind of stopped and frozen. Like, not sure if you'd seen them yet. They think they're still hidden, so they're like kind of waiting to see if you've seen them yet.
One sec. Is there any way that I could here's what Farasha wants to do, and you let me know if it's reasonable for her to think she could do this. If they're frozen, which they're not moving forward anymore, I want to go back to drawing dicks and boobs in the dirt, but with my dagger, and then very surreptitiously throw the dagger towards the nearest one, and as I do that, shout, "We got company."
Okay, so you want to go back to what you were doing, kind of going down into the, like sitting back down into the dirt and waiting for them to approach closer?
As soon as they're in range of a dagger throw, which I
They
don't-
are so yeah, these squares are a bit arbitrary because they came with the map that I downloaded for this.
Mhm.
So but the distance is about the same.
So 20 feet is my good dagger throwing range.
Yeah?
So if these squares are 5 each,
Yes.
then if we're being kind, I could be about like here. So that would mean that this one would be in range of a good dagger throw.
Yeah,
right?
so it honestly, yeah, if you wanted to, right now there is one immediately in range as you stand up and look.
Yeah, totally. So I kind of want to, I want to, just exactly as you were describing, and then, but like kind of have the dagger in my hand and then just boom, throw it, and then
So
shout
how long
an
are
alarm.
you waiting for them to approach?
I want to do this relatively quickly.
Okay, so
I don't
basically
wanna
you're
give
like
them too much time.
you're like making to sit down as you
Yeah.
you're making to sit down, but then you come back up with a dagger and throw.
Yeah. They think they're not sure if I saw. So that
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
go ahead
like
and
this.
make a deception check, and if it's successful, you will have advantage on this attack, and everyone, and they will not get a surprise round on everyone else. Surprise round. We're not doing raw.
14.
That's fair.
14. I'm gonna roll for these guys' insight. Not the best. So as you kind of turn down, two of them look to each other and go, "Shit, she saw us. Get him!" And they jump out of the underbrush and start running towards you. They didn't buy it.
Uh-oh.
So you can make your attack if you want to, but it's you're not going to get advantage. It's going to be a normal attack. You're not going to get advantage, and they're going to have one round to act before everyone else can.
But I shouted as I threw the dagger, just to be
Yes.
clear.
Yeah.
To my friends too.
Yes, but they saw you turning around, like acting like you were going back to that to doing that. They didn't buy that, so they immediately shouted out.
Okay.
So your friends are up anyway, but they're still going to take a round to kind of like wake up and go, oh.
Sure. So I was throwing my knife at this guy. So I just roll like a regular dagger throw attack.
Go ahead, roll it. What the hell? Why didn't I have his AC up?
I'll need to roll regular dice for this.
No worries. Yeah, those two rolled a natural 14 and a natural 15 on that insight.
Fuck
With a
those
+0,
guys.
so
it will be 14.
14 to hit will hit.
Excellent.
Go ahead.
So that would be 6. No sneak attack.
6 with no sneak attack. All right.
6 piercing damage.
Gotcha. All right. So, all right. So this guy.
Really wanted that sneak attack.
Oh
Damn it.
no, they're all linked to the same character. Fuck. No, not that's generic. Fuck, that's awful. Okay. All right. So, with that, the dagger and sinks into her shoulder. And is at this point that Belbin, Scylla, and Yvain, you all wake up from your sleep to the sounds of shouting, grunting, and ferocious shouting.
We got company. We got company.
We got company. And so it is 9 for me, it's 9:40. For you guys, it's almost 1:00. Do you
I want to
guys
fight the
want
bad
to?
guys.
Do you guys want to get into this fight, or do you guys want to save it for next session?
I'm
Alex
game
wants
for
bloodshed.
whatever.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm game for whatever. I'll
I work
fight
at
I'll
noon
fight him
tomorrow.
tonight.
Blood.
Okay, so we got three for okay. We got two. You got two for who cares? One for blood. What do you say? What do you say for Rasha?
Oh, I'm down. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like everyone to roll initiative, please, and also give me a moment to unlink all of these characters.
If it'd be easier for you, like if you would prefer.
No,
the
I
prep
want to
time.
do this. I was
Let me
hoping
do
you
it.
guys. I was hoping you guys were down. Oh, 1 second. Give me 2 seconds before you guys start rolling initiative. Hang on, because
Too late.
roll 20 is fucking weird. Okay. Dude, cool. Turn order. And all right. Okay, go ahead. Roll initiative for everyone. If you haven't yet, go ahead now.
Mine's 19, and you're probably gonna have to put it in there. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not-
I'm gonna I'm
yeah.
gonna I'm gonna put it all in individually.
Ooh, do we go at the same time?
What is your dicks?
We're figuring shit.
+1.
Mine's
That's it.
+2.
You go.
So yeah, whoever has the higher dex goes first.
That is me.
All right. Now I just got to I accidentally linked all of the bandit tokens to a singular bandit. So when one of them loses health, they
Ooh.
all do.
No, we can do that. That's fine.
No,
It's fine.
Yeah,
we
that works.
can.
That works.
We can do that. That's okay.
So that's gonna have that. That's gonna have that. There we go. You are gonna have that. You. All right. Okay, and you go here with that. You go here. That. And you're fine. And you okay, so initiatives was so we're going to add, so you had 8 from Farasha.
Mhm.
Farasha. Was it 8? And then Belbin, what was yours?
13.
Belbin with a 13. And Evane, you're already on there. And Scylla.
Mine was also 19, but since my dex is higher, we can just say it was 20, so it's easier on the thing.
All right, 20. And we are going in descending order. And we're going to add in the bandits. And okay, and they have an initiative of, where did it go? Shit, I lost their thing. There it is. Boop. Okay, and their initiative is +1. Oh yeah, that works.
That was an evil fucking laugh.
Oh, technically, I
Now-
would have gotten advantage on that knife, on that dagger throw, because that monster had not taken a turn in combat yet.
Oh really? Oh yeah, you have assassin. You have
Yeah.
assassinate.
Add
Go
that
ahead.
5.
Go ahead. Take advantage. See if you would have rolled a nat 20.
Just in case I got a crit.
Yeah, just in case you got a crit.
I like barely know my character. It's terrible.
No, that's me too. How do you D&D?
Yeah, no critter, no crits.
Okay, yeah,
Alright.
but good to know.
Okay, so the bandits are going to get a an extra round before you guys are able to act. So they are going to move 5, 10, 15 up to you. This one's gonna move 15 up to you. Farasha, the one that you just threw a dagger into, and is going to slash at you with a scimitar. And that is going to
Wait,
be,
is this a surprise round?
this one. Oh, I'm sorry. You technically would not be surprised.
No, yeah, I saw him coming.
Yeah, so you don't get the so they don't get the advantage. So tell you what, this one's not going to take another attack on you when the round starts.
Sure.
Yeah, because I don't know how to do a surprise round on the ones that how to do a surprise round for everyone that, you know what, fuck it, whatever. All right, so this one rolls a 16 to hit with its scimitar.
That will hit.
Okay, and that is going to be a 6 damage to you.
Okay.
As he takes it and slashes across your arm. And this one is going to take is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20 over to Scylla and take a slash at advantage because you are prone and surprised. Oh my fucking god.
I don't like that.
That's either a crit or
I
a
was
one.
gonna say that's either very good or very bad, and I don't know
Yeah,
which one it
it's
is. but I'm
not. It's oh no,
concerned
he's
about
taking a picture. Oh no.
I gotta send this to the chat. Holy fuck.
perpetual concern.
I'm scared.
Holy shit, what just happened?
My favorite thing is that it's going to come up right under Gamer Girl Bathwater and the racist friend from high school that never moved away.
Oh, it's
Yep.
not going in Mimi bullshit. It's going in updates.
Updates on Scylla's death.
Yep. Updates on how bad you're about to be murdered.
Scylla's fine.
Amazing.
Double ones! Fucking
Hell
yeah.
snake
Let's
eyes!
go.
Amazing.
Scylla, you wake up. You open your eyes and you see this you know, masked bandit with a blade above your chest, about to bring it down. Please tell me how this man spectacularly fails.
I like to think Scylla isn't even fully awake yet. Her eyes are not even open. She just kind of like 5 more minutes and just rolls over, and and he just fully misses.
Yeah, you just go and just roll over, and the blade just sinks into the ground beside you, and
Amazing.
you realize, oh shit, wait, this isn't a dream.
Oh fuck.
Fuck me. This guy is gonna run 5, 10. Actually, he's gonna go 5,
Send him to me.
10 over
Send him to me.
here,
More
15
ones
over
for
here.
the one god.
and he's gonna take a light crossbow shot at he's gonna go for who's in range. He's gonna go for the big one, Yvain. He's gonna go for the big one, and
Alright.
it is still at advantage because you are surprised, but Jesus Christ, it was a 4 and a 5.
Nope.
Fuck these die, man. All right, it just whizzes past you, and that will conclude the surprise round. And at the top of the next round here, you see 3 more bandits revealed from the underbrush,
Not the
Uh-oh.
underbrush.
and they are going to take now their turn. Their turn is going to be taken now.
No, Gunther, don't take your turn.
Okay. So he's gonna move
You're too sexy
5,
to take your turn.
10, 15, and is gonna take another crossbow shot at Yvain. This is not gonna be an advantage. Okay, that is going to be a 14.
That hits.
That hits for one of these. It's going to be 3 points of damage as the crossbow bolt sinks into your shoulder as you're rolling over. This guy is going to come out to here, and this guy's also going to come out to here, and he's going to take, these two are going to take 2 crossbow shots at Belbin.
I don't like
So,
that.
Bell, you are getting 2 crossbow shots. One of them is a light crossbow, the other is a heavy.
I
Uh-oh.
dislike both
Ooh.
of those things.
You can't die in a bandit campfight. We promised
Okay.
a nice ant.
So the light crossbow is a 6, and the heavy crossbow is a 13.
Well, we're level 4 and I'm a sorcerer, which means that the
Oh,
13 is
buddy.
going to hit. So
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
How does the druid have the?
yeah. Low level armor classes all around here, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
bud.
But
Okay.
Scylla's has a 17.
what the
So that's
Yo.
9 points of damage to you,
Woof.
Belbin. 9 points
Fuck,
of damage
fuck.
to you
Oh no.
as this heavy crossbow bolt sinks into your thigh and
Across
just
the bolt.
and with that, the bandit's turn is done. Scylla, you are up with Yvain on deck.
I was really hoping that Scylla was going to go first. It's almost like the universe knew I spent 2 weeks on that art. So as Scylla is I don't think she would react very well to being jerked awake by a sword next to her.
Oh yeah,
And
she is
in-
pissed.
In fight or flight reaction, she as she opens her eyes, they're just fully black as she jumps up and grabs her staff as she jumps up, and just out of pure instinct her wings come out, and these like black dark gray skeletal wings arise in a show of spores around her.
I am
and-
waiting for the picture to load.
Oh.
Her shroud is coming out,
There she is.
and my love, and is going. So that is a. Thank
Oh.
God does not.
Damn it, that's so. There it is.
Yo.
Her shroud
You-
comes out.
Incredible.
And is which thankfully now is updated rules does not affect people I don't want it to affect. So Yvain does not need to make a saving throw. The one dude by me does need to make a charisma saving throw.
Just the
of
one
only
guy?
12. It's 10. It's within 10 feet.
Yeah,
of
okay.
me.
Yeah, okay.
So
But everyone does see it. It's just the
Yes.
one guy. So he is making a charisma save, you said?
yes,
Oh yeah, his charisma is so good.
it's only a 12, unfortunately.
5.
Okay, that man is now scared of me.
It turns out
very
goblins are
afraid.
not very charismatic.
He is very afeared.
So he is frightened of me until the end of my next turn. Or excuse me. Or be frightened of you until the end of your next turn. This lasts for 1 minute, or until you end it as bonus. Oh, my shroud lasts for a minute. Okay, so that was my bonus action. As my action, you see spores kind of awaken around her, which they're usually always there, but now they're agitated as they fuse onto her body and around her self, and she's going to use one of her wild shapes to use symbiotic entity, which gives her 16 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm like having to
and-
re-go through all of your features and shit.
Yeah, dude, I've been waiting for this.
Fucking
I built
A.
this bitch. I built this bitch to be scary as fuck. So, as the spores come out,
Yeah, tell us what this looks like.
she's there's usually it comes out in around her is it's sort of like the wind whips up, and through the wind you can see little dark dark like decaying spores that are around her. And as her reaction is going to hit the dude in front of her with her
Hold on. You're using your reaction to hit him?
Yep.
How?
That is how Halo of Spores works. You can use your reaction to deal necrotic damage.
Wait, hold on. You can use your reaction to recuse to necrotic damage to one creature you can see when it moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there. So if it fails a con saving throw DC 13. So basically on the start of its turn or at any point when it moves in. So basically you had to have called that when he moved into your space, which you were kind of unconscious for, or you can call it when he starts his turn.
Okay.
So,
I'll wait for him to
yeah.
call.
Sorry.
This is good because basically what happens is you get your full turn, and then as soon as his turn starts, as long as he's next to you, you can be like, cool, now react.
And I was like, plus, you already used your action to wild shape and your bonus action to do the fucking
She's scary. Well, next round when she hits him, you're gonna have a lot of fun. So
so please describe what just happened, what we just saw Scylla do as the person is now just stabbed into your bedroll and is now going like, oh shit.
As he stabbed, she rolled over and the shock of woke her up, and her eyes just immediately, it kind of seems like she's not even almost not even in control of her body, as it just she just flings up in a really unnatural way, and just immediately is turns to him and does that thing, when she keeps making eye contact with people and just stares them down, her head just moves really slowly like the fucking Exorcist, and just looks over at him and makes direct eye contact with him as the wings come out, and the wind whips up around her as the spores are going around.
So he does he immediately have to get far away from you? Or is he just frightened of you?
I believe he's frightened of me. Yes.
He's just frightened. Okay. So
yes.
Yeah, it means he can't move.
Attacks her with disadvantage, and he cannot move toward you.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that your turn, Scylla?
I'm gonna stay within the feet of him. So yes, indeedy.
Okay. So Yvain, you're up with Belbin on deck. Yvain, you just saw Scylla. Basically you woke up to screaming. A crossbow bolt funked into your thigh. You saw Scylla almost get stabbed and then turn into a fucking winged demon. And
can I use my reaction to say, what the fuck?
Sure, but now you can't use your reaction to use an opportunity.
No. Speaking
is a free action.
Free action.
Speaking is a free action. Keep your rules lawyer briefcase at home. Okay, come on.
If you heard her yell, you'd see Scylla just turn her head really slowly again, and she'll look at you with fully blackened out eyes.
But this is so kind of inspiring and metal. So all of a sudden she's like, yes, and then she rages. And let me see what the crazy magic shit does. All right, roll to everyone.
Let's do it.
Oh, what is that? Okay, I'll put it in the chat for you.
Yep. A 1.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Here we go. Enter.
Okay.
Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage.
Okay, within 30 feet. That is everyone.
And I also get temporary hit points. Leo, this is broken. What?
You get temporary hit points?
You also gain temporary hit points equal to 1d12 plus your barbarian level.
We all get temporary hit points.
No,
wait, hold on. No, just her. It's just her. So hold on.
I just got temporary hit points on my turn though, so that's what I was saying.
Okay, so this guy's out of range, but everyone else is in range. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need everybody to make a DC. What is it? What's the DC?
Oh, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, what is your DC? Con
Each
save.
creature
It's each creature of your choice.
Oh,
so
of
I
your
choose
choice.
the goblins. I choose the
Hold
goblins.
on, this is wild magic. How can you control that shit?
Yo, you let me play it, man. I mean,
They wrote Wild Magic Barbarian years after they wrote the original Wild Magic. That's how it happened.
Oh man. All
It's
right.
so broken.
You know what? I'm gonna
Time
roll
to
this. I'm gonna
score.
roll this as friendly creatures will take half damage, but they still have to make the roll.
that's fair.
And if the max damage they can take is still half.
What is it? A
So-
Constitution?
But Farasha gets to roll with advantage.
Sure, yeah, Dex check,
Yeah,
motherfucker,
it's a
go
con
for it.
save.
And I'm an Asimar,
Con save.
so I don't need. I also only take half damage for that.
Well, that's 16 for me, who doesn't have any sort of special resistance.
What's the DC?
The DC is 12.
DC is 12. Okay, so Belbin, you take like 3 points, I think.
I
3
say
points
too.
of 3 points of necrotic. Farasha, you take 1 point of necrotic or 1 point of necrotic.
I
Sorry, no, 3
got
points.
exactly 12.
What was the damage on the die?
Sorry, it was 9 points of damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to round down every time.
Round
so
down,
it's-
and then so that's 4.
so 2 damage.
So 2 damage, right?
Wait. Hold on.
So yeah, half of 4 is 2. So anyone who saved is friendly takes 2 damage.
But
All
I
right.
take 1 because I have
Yes.
resistance.
You resist and you saved, you take 1 damage. Stella. All right. So I'm
Okay.
rolling for these guys. It's a DC
This
12
is just
con
the
save.
bonus action. DC 12.
DC 12 con save. Okay. Con is a +1. One guy. So okay, I'm gonna say this guy makes it. I'm gonna say this guy by Farasha, he makes it, and he is gonna. Does he take half damage or no damage?
Let's see.
On a Constitution save, they'll take 1d12 necrotic damage. Oh,
It's
oh
save is
wait.
no damage, right?
So it's no. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Negate any damage you took from that. Then you guys.
Yeah.
No wonder it's fucking yeah. So then you guys all still would need to make the save, but if you failed, you would take half damage. So sorry, but none of you guys failed to save. Okay. So DC 12. So okay. So they don't take any damage. So this guy does not take any damage. This guy, he rolled a 14. He does not take any damage. This guy, he rolled a 3. So he's gonna take a full 9 damage. And he is not looking happy about that.
That's pretty fucking lit.
This guy is going to roll. Oh, he takes no damage as he rolled a 19, dirty 20. And this guy down here, who you notice now maybe looks a little bigger and tougher than the rest, a little more in charge. He was it DC 12?
Yes.
Fuck, he just failed it with an 11. So he is also going to take 9 damage.
That's better than nothing.
All right. They all kind of like, yeah. What does this look like?
Ooh.
Paint me a picture.
Hmm.
Theater
This
of
is
the mind.
just for flavor. But I imagine that because of the weird magic you said happening with her, her eyes would just kind of just go black, and then like her hair would kind of stand up on edge, and then like she just gets super into it. And this yell, it's almost like coming from the center of her chest, and you're like, wow, that's super loud, and she just rushes forward with it.
So I'm going to amend one thing about that, just for backstory reason that you're not aware of. Your eyes when you're raging, if your
Mhm.
eyes turn color, it's usually not black. If it's some shade of purple, from either bright
Ooh.
burning purple to a dark bloody maroonish
Oh, I
kind of
love
thing.
that. Okay,
And
cool.
Scylla, your eyes shift from black to white depending on your depending on your really how you're feeling at the time of using your abilities.
Okay,
It's
good to know.
it's a flickering. We'll deal with it at any point. So okay. So
We'll go with black.
Yvain,
Fear is black.
Yvain, is that your turn?
No, I have to attack now.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
That was your bonus
let's
action.
see.
Shit.
That was my bonus action. Let me see how far away this guy is. Yeah, I can
God,
get
I'm
there.
gonna need
All right.
this.
Woo, I'm gonna move up to him and then I'm gonna take an attack with my great axe. Let's go.
Smack him.
Let's see if it hits first. Come on.
Give him a schmuck.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Nope.
What you got?
It's a 6.
Oh yeah. He brings up what looks to be a heavy long sword, kind of somewhere between a long sword and a great sword. Just brings it up and catches your blade on the on his cross guard and says, "You're a feisty one, aren't you?" And kind of pushes you back. Is that your turn?
I think that's it. Only one attack at this level. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Belbin.
Yeah, 5 is next level. 2 attacks next level.
Belbin, you are up. Farasha on deck.
So I was just awoken by a heavy crossbow bolt slamming into my leg. Then watched very quickly 2 of my friends turn into almost literal nightmares. So we're gonna lead with a what the fuck?
Evain's
Oh.
got like black lightning edged with purple, like kind of like spritzing around her muscles.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? All right.
Scylla is covered in mushrooms and has black skeletal wings.
I don't know what the fuck is up with you two, but they look like they're trying to kill me right now, and this looks like it came from you. So, and I will go ahead and I will cast, I will twin cast Toll the Dead on the 2 that shot crossbow bolts at me.
Okay.
Which is a wisdom save from each of them.
Oh, that's so great. They're so great at that. Double whiz saves. Okay. One of them succeeds with a natural 20. And what's the DC?
Okay, we wasted that natural
14.
20.
14
Mhm.
with a plus. What is it? What kind of save is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom with a +0. He fails with a 13.
All right. Has he taken damage already?
So the one with a natural 20 was the big guy. The little guy is currently at full HP. Oh, yes, he's at full HP.
All right. Then he takes 6 points of necrotic damage
6 points of necrotic damage.
as there's this loud, just sort of like gong sound of this bell echoing through the clearing. And then immediately I go, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. So I'm just going to do this. And I will back up and a flash of silver comes out of the middle of my hand and I'll cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. So that's a wisdom save for anyone who tries to attack you, right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So this guy kind of he claps his hands on his ears and falls to his knees, kind of, oh God, what? And is that your turn?
That's everything I got.
All right, Farasha, you're up with the rant.
I will stand up if I didn't say that too.
Oh yeah, okay, go ahead. You stood up. Farasha, you're up with the top of the round, and the bandits up next.
Okay, so so just to meta here, I am a multi-class assassin fighter. So I'm gonna do my best to do this
You
sequence
are?
here. I sure as shit am. And
Oh shit! So you
if
are.
I
You
get-
fucking bet I am.
if
When
I
the
get this,
how the fuck did I not notice that?
if I get this wrong, then feel free to correct me. But essentially, I am just in combat with this guy next to me here.
Yes, you
because
are
none
within
of-
5 feet of him.
Yes, so I don't get to sneak attack because none of my companions are near me. However, I am dueling. So I'm going to attack him with my rapier.
And because you get advantage because of dueling, is that going to give you?
You don't get
Oh,
advantage from dueling.
Dueling does not give me advantage.
Okay, where was that? Hold on.
17 is probably going to hit.
I'm not seeing. Where's the duel? Where's
It's
your
the
duel?
fighting style under fighter features.
Yeah, it's in features.
Oh,
It's
there it is. There it is.
basically-
I got it. I got it.
Basically, it means
William
if
melee
I
weapon.
hit-
Oh yeah, you get a +2 to damage and attack rolls. Gotcha.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, got it. So 17 will definitely hit.
Yes. So all dueling does is you do extra damage.
Yeah,
so if
gotcha.
that hits, then when I roll damage, we're going to add 2 to that damage.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And so it's going to be 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. This guy, as you stab through with your rapier, you stab through his throat. And as you pull out, you see, but he's still barely standing.
He's still up?
He's still up, but he is choking on his own blood right now.
Okay.
He's not up for long.
Got it.
R.I.P. choking on blood guy.
That said, as my bonus action, I am going to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that to just walk right over here.
All righty. Right
That's
behind Belbin.
Mm-hmm.
The strongest sorcerer.
I'm so small though.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes.
All righty. All right, top of the round, the bandits.
Oh boy, here we
This
go.
guy choking on his own blood is going to stumble forward to Belvin and make it a wisdom save. What's the
14.
DC? Huh?
14.
14 with a 17. He succeeds.
Well, I don't
and
like
is going to make an attack at disadvantage though because of the fucking blood. The hit he just took.
I really didn't think that he would save for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So does a yeah.
I have an armor class of 12.
Oh yeah. So that's gonna hit. So that is going to be 7 points of damage.
Woof. Okay.
To you, Belvin. And man, even with disadvantage. All right. So this guy is extremely afraid of Scylla and is going to run, evoking attack of opportunity if you would like, Scylla.
Yes.
With a
Yes,
melee
please.
weapon if you have it.
Wait. She only gets one reaction thing, so she can.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
can-
Oh yeah. It's the top of his turn. You can either set off your spores or you can take an attack of opportunity.
With the melee
Sorry.
weapon. Yes.
All right. It's up to you.
I'll set off my spores.
Yeah. All right. So that is a save of what?
Halo of spores. Constitution 13.
DC 13. Gotcha.
Yep.
Con save. +0. Natural 14. He saves.
Damn.
So he runs away from you and is just he's actually just gonna fuck off. He's just gonna fuck right off. He's not worth it. Not worth it. He's out of the battle. Yeah, that he's just fuck all that.
He just ran away.
Yeah, that guy, he just no fucking way. He stabbed at a chick and she just like black eyes demon souled back at him. Just like nope. So this guy, however, is going to take a light crossbow shot at you. Does a 13 hit?
No.
The crossbow will shoots by you. This guy is going to run up from behind this tent, however, take a scimitar swing at you. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Holy shit. You just you duck it as this guy comes off or block it. What do you
I
use as a
built the
weapon?
fuck out of this character. I have a staff. Like a
You have a
quarter
staff? Oh yeah, so you bring your
Yeah.
staff up and the scimitar blade kind of digs into it. This guy is gonna run up behind you, Yvain, and with advantage because he's flanking, is going to strike at you with his scimitar. There's going to be a 15 to hit. Yeah, that
Sorry,
hits.
That hits.
That hits. Okay. It's going to be a 6 points of damage. And this guy is going to take his sword and swing at you with advantage again because he's with his friend. Does a 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be another 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's the big guy as he yeah, so these guys are, you're now dueling on both sides. They're taking chunks out of you. And the way that I flavor combat is that like each attack isn't one attack. It's like a series of like back and forth blows that just happen to deal that amount of damage or have that effect. So with that, that is going to end the bandit's turn. Scylla, you are up with a vein on deck. Oh God. That one guy, he just fucked off already.
He chose a good path. I'm not gonna lie. So as a bonus action, you see Scylla kind of like grip her staff, and like the mushrooms and the decay will spread along her staff as she casts Shillelagh on her staff.
Nice.
And Dan is gonna smack the shit out of the dude that just tried to hit her.
Fucking A, do it.
Scylla.
So you kind of push his blade off, cast it on your staff and give it a twirl and swing out at him.
Hello, baby. What do you for the duration? You can use 1 minute. Okay. +5.
You've just used abilities up to this point. You haven't. That's the first spell you've cast?
Yes.
Jesus fuck.
It's only a 9 though.
A 9 to hit?
Yes.
Yeah, this guy he blocks it with his scimitar and pulls it away.
You got lucky. She was about to pull some shit.
So that's your bonus and your action. Do you have any movement?
No, I'm going to stay by him just in case he wants to eat some mushrooms later.
All right, Yvain, you're up with Belbin on deck. Yvain, you are being currently flanked by what appears to be the bandit captain or leader and one of his cronies.
Well, I gotta try to hit one of them. I'm gonna try to hit the bandit captain again.
All righty, go for it.
I believe in you.
I don't. What is it? Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking A.
Alrighty then.
You whack. Give him a good old whack.
Okay, let's do the damage +2 because I'm raging.
Yeet.
Okay, that's 11, 13 damage.
13 damage with that crit. God damn. All right. Please describe how the crit hits him. He is fucked after that. He is not looking happy.
So I imagine
Wait,
like he blocks that initial attack. Ooh, my
You
bad.
should get extra damage. than
So
just the
it
regular,
I
right?
did.
Not for raging, for critting.
Oh wait, no, yeah, it
Oh,
didn't double your
yeah.
damage.
It didn't.
It didn't double your damage. Okay, so you rolled 1d12, which was an 8. So you would have done 16 plus 3 plus 2. So 16 plus 5, 21 damage.
Nice.
So okay, wait, how much did you say you did? You did 11 or 13?
Well, plus
you
the
did. You
2
said you
was
did 13, so I
13.
was adding. So the was 21, or that was what we got it to?
Yeah, so 8
Yes.
more than what you had put in.
Yeah, 21. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
21 hit points left.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
21 hit points left. How do you want to do this? Bandit captain down.
All right, so I imagine that initial hit that she was going for, he kind of like went up and parried it, or like he's blocking it like this.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
blocked it and kind of like pushed you off, and then started swinging at you with and the other guys as the other guy came up and started like taking chunks out of you guys, and you've been just trying to like,
Yeah, and then when he was like, "You're feisty," she
Yeah,
looks
you're
at him
feisty
dead in the
one.
eyes with those purple glowy eyes, and she's like, "You have no idea." And she just takes it up and she whacks his head like a watermelon and just splits it open.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like with a sickening, squelching crack, his skull splits and just brain and gray matter shower your face. The guy behind him is, "You just killed a boss." Do you reply?
Can I use my movement to turn around and look at him?
Go ahead.
She does. She just like she does this like turn over her shoulder. She doesn't even like fully turn around, but she locks eyes with him. She
Just
goes,
like that. Just like that.
she's like, "You're next."
Roll an intimidation check with
Ooh.
advantage.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Feel free to use your strength modifier if your charisma isn't enough, isn't high.
Okay. Well, then I'll just roll it as athletics
Yeah, go ahead. Roll an athletics check for me with advantage.
with advantage. Okay.
15. Yeah, he is pissing himself right now. He takes a full 2 steps back and provokes a attack of opportunity.
Let's go. All right.
If you want to use your reaction,
I do. Ooh.
go ahead. Roll damage.
Fuck yeah.
Roll
Right.
damage, BB.
All right, let's go. Oh,
Oh,
well.
baby.
+2.
6 damage.
6 damage.
You take his arm off. He's
Hell
still standing, but
yes.
his left arm is now like he's got a scimitar in one hand and nothing else on the left. He's just like, "Ah!" All right, Yvain, is that your fucking turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Jesus, Belvin, you just watched Yvain like with 2 blows take out pretty much two bandits, and Scylla still doing some crazy shit. Farasha is ducking and dodging.
Yeah, I'm a little more distracted by the person who's trying to hide behind the 2'10" halfling.
Yeah, this guy. This guy with
I'm not hiding behind you. I am standing very valiantly next to you. There's a difference.
Don't bring him over here to me. I don't like this part. And
He has a hole in his throat.
he's still standing. And I'll go ahead and I will cast Mind Whip on him.
Oh fuck.
So he's
Mind
to
Whip.
make an intelligence save.
Oh god.
14.
Intelligence save.
Cool whip.
You rolled a natural 14 on the die. with a
Okay.
-1 modifier is a
Amazing.
13.
Amazing. So that means he's going to take.
Doesn't matter, it kills him.
Oh,
He
okay.
had 1 hit point. He had 1 hit point. He's dead.
I'll stop him. Oh,
So what
Not what I
was
expected.
the effect what was the effect? Like,
so he would have taken 3d6 psychic damage, which would have been 8. And if he fails his save, on his next turn he only gets to take a move, an action, or a bonus action, not all 3. And he can't take reactions until the end of his next turn.
so
Mind
what
Whip's
you see is he locks up, freezes, like full on Petrificus Totalis from Harry Potter, just like fucking just locks up, and then you see his eyes cross and blood trickle out from his tear ducts, and then he just topples over.
Oh, not what I was expecting, but okay. You're next. Trying to quote my giant friend, and I'll cast Toll the Dead at the one that just backed away from her. So another
Is that a cantrip?
sure is.
Fucking shit. Okay, so
I know my casting rules, I promise.
yeah, all right.
Wisdom
What's the
save 14. Wisdom save 14.
Jesus, these guys are so great at that. And I am rolling really well tonight, except for that double nat 1. So that is a natural 18, so he succeeds.
All right, so there's just the ringing sound of a loud bell in the clearing. And I go,
We're making so much noise.
Yeah, really.
First we knocked down a tree. Now we're
Chaos.
smashing people's heads open.
All right, Belvin, is that
That's
your
it.
turn?
yeah, I'll
All
back
right,
up just a
Farasha,
little bit,
you
but
are
that's
up.
it.
All right, Farasha is going to go over here.
Okay, leaping the
And-
fire.
Definitely leaping the fire because I have leapy. What's it called?
Mirthful
Leapy
leap.
jumpy.
Mirthful leap. I have
The leapy,
mirthful
jumpy,
leaps.
mirthy stuff.
Yes, so I very mirthfully giggle with my sword and like goblin blood streaked across my face.
These aren't goblins. These aren't goblins. These are humanoids.
Oh, these humanoids.
Worse.
I blood all over my face. I leap over the fire, and I'm going to attack with my rapier. This one right here.
Okay, go ahead. With your rapier.
Rapier.
Pierre. Oh, that
15.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So I do not believe that I get dueling here because somebody's next to him. Pretty sure that's right.
I'm
Nope,
not-
I do. I do
I
get
was gonna say, it
dueling.
should just be that you're.
Yeah,
only
just
holding
I'm
one.
pretty. I figured it was whenever you were
I
in
get-
combat with someone.
In fact, you
Yeah.
should get sneak attack because there's an ally.
I absolutely do get sneak attack. So we're gonna do that second though. So first it's gonna be
Sneak attack's only on the first hit, as far as I remember.
Yes, correct. Or
Yeah.
it's
I get once
technically
per
you can
turn.
apply
Well,
it to.
Once per
Technically, you can apply
turn.
it to whichever one you want.
Fuck.
But
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if the other enemy target is within 5 feet.
Of an enemy of that target. So basically when there's an ally next to it, then I automatically get sneak attack.
If another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. Got you. That enemy isn't incapacitated and you don't have disadvantage. Got you. Okay. So you only don't get
Yes.
sneak attack if you have disadvantage on the attack roll or if you don't, whatever.
or if
Okay.
it's a solo person.
Understood.
Yes.
Understood.
And
Yeah.
and I don't think that the +2 is included in this roll, so I'm pretty sure it's 8 + 6 + 2. Feel free to fact check me
Six
on
would
that.
have done the 6 would have done it. You eviscerate him. How do you do it?
I absolutely stab him just right through the stomach.
So
And then
currently he has been kind of trading blows with Scylla, and you run up from behind him and just kind of stick him through the
Yeah, just-
side. Just
yeah,
stick him through
And
the side.
and when it comes out like viscera comes out, it's real bad.
Yeah, it is just like it. Like you do the whole like turn thing away from it, and he just like
Yeah,
falls
yeah.
to his
And-
knees and
and
topples
Farash is
over.
like
Omae wa mo shinderu. Okay, so there's
I'm not done.
oh fuck.
As my bonus action, I disengage.
Okay.
And I don't know how much further away I can get. So we're
You
just
moved
gonna
about
go-
5, 10, 15, 20. You moved about 30 feet to get there. You don't have any movement left.
Oh, okay. I think you're okay. Then I'll stay there then. I won't disengage.
Okay. All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. So finally, we have the one guy back at the top of the round with the bandits. We have the one guy pissing himself in the middle. We have this
Is he
guy
10
outside.
feet away from Scylla?
Yeah. We have this guy who's like about who's just been outside kind of like shooting crossbow bolts in this this whole time and has watched you guys just fucking destroy his friends. And he already saw one of his buddies fuck off, so he's gonna do that too. He just drops his crossbow and books it into the underbrush. He is
That's probably a good choice.
gone. This guy in the center, he just falls to his knees. He drops his weapons. He falls
Wow,
to his
that
knees.
works.
He puts his hands in the air. He's like,
He does need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh fuck!
That was the
Oh
guy
no! Oh no! What's the DC?
Oh, God.
It's 13.
It rolled out of the tray, but I can read it. But I'm gonna roll it in the tray.
I gotta remember that I have Sentinel next time.
It's a 4.
Ooh.
He takes 6 points of necrotic damage.
He falls. He's
Oh,
dead.
no.
He had 1 hit point left.
I'm
So
gonna,
as he falls to his knees, what the spores kind of
Just fucking
creep
eat him.
up.
Yeah.
You see as he falls to his knees, dropping his weapon, saying, "I give up. I don't." Spores start to creep up from the ground, covering his knees and his thighs. They crawl up his waist, decaying away at his skin as and he falls back, and the ground swallows him in decay, and he just kind of melts into the blood-soaked grass.
Barasha.
Scylla would start
as-
moving if it's
as
her
soon
turn
as-
next towards the
yeah,
guy
as
who ran
soon as,
away.
like, Barasha gets the chance, she wants to give chase.
Okay, yeah, it is. I'll say go ahead and you two, whoever's giving chase, go ahead and roll a survival check for me to see if you can like keep up with them.
Survival.
If you can follow
14.
You can follow their path. 14, okay.
Yeah.
Farasha?
Not so good, but I am very fast.
And you are following Scylla. So Scylla, I'd say that you could probably pick up on which way they went, and Farasha, you could probably definitely catch up. And
Okay.
I would say they probably wouldn't offer too much resistance if what did you guys want to do? Just dispense of them?
Yeah, Scylla like not isn't even showing any kind of emotions at this point. It's just going after him.
Just okay. So yeah, you track down. Okay, actually, I will say you were able to track down one of them. The first guy who ran off, he's long gone.
Oh yeah, he's long gone. Yeah,
He's long gone at this point. But I will say, Farasha, you are the first one to catch up to him, though.
I would like to knock him out and tie him up with my hempen rope.
Okay, you are able to do that. Scylla, you walk up on Farasha, tying up this last remaining bandit.
Like, no, leave this one. He might be able to answer some questions.
You see as like Scylla is like
person.
ignoring you, and she's goes up to swing, but then her eyes kind of like flicker, and I'm assuming it's been a minute,
Yeah.
so her wings
Farasha,
like kind of, and she like.
What you see in that moment of like transference is Scylla's pitch black eyes sort of flickering with a bright white shine, a glow almost, literally like an almost luminescent fire. And then then she blinks and it's back to her normal sclera and pupil.
I wanted to hit so bad.
I'm so sorry.
It would have been a D8 plus 3 plus a D6 of necrotic damage plus 4 extra points of necrotic damage because my wings are out.
Fuck.
And if they stayed in my range, I get to do the halo. She's
Farasha,
scary.
Farasha absolutely kind of feels like kinship with that bloodlust, and simply holds out a hand as she's like holding down the other guy, and she just says, "Soon."
Scylla looks a little freaked out and like takes a deep breath
and says, "Come on, let's go find out what these assholes know."
Okay.
And we'll start like kicking and shoving the trussed up guy back to camp.
Okay. Anything that was getting done? Anything Yvain and Belbin were doing in that time while they were going after them?
She watches the guy that surrenders suddenly get eviscerated, and she's like, "Fuck," because she's like, "That was the one who'd be willing to talk." And then she turns to Belle, and she's like, "Are you all right?"
Yeah. As I touch myself and cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, pulling the fucking bolt out of your thigh.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Great.
I feel like Belbin is very old hat at casting Cure Wounds on himself. Like, I feel like it's just a complete nothing motion. Like, yeah, done this a million times.
She's like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to ask this a lot of times here, but what the fuck? Among other things, but we'll start there.
Do you mean with me specifically, or the others?
I mean, you had the whole like thing going, but then there was the other one with the, and the I need to sit down. All right.
Yeah. Honestly,
Fall
probably
the
best.
8 inches to the ground and sit on my
And
ass.
as you plop down, Scylla and Farasha come in. Farasha dragging along behind a trussed up bandit, and as
now he's
Farasha comes,
hostile.
what?
She's like, "Oh, now he's hostile."
As Farasha comes and drags and tosses him by the gutted out fire in your camp, and he looks up at the four of you standing over him. We are going to close out that session here and pick up there in 2 weeks' time. Holy shit, you guys, that was fun.
Hell yeah.
I had a good time.
Good stuff.
I'm writing
man.
down, we have a captive and underlining it so I don't forget.
Hey, the entire session has been recorded and will be posted on YouTube. I will post the link in the Discord
Awesome.
in party journal.
Oh, I love how scary Scylla is. She's so scary.
Fucking
She's
hell, dude.
She's this, yeah. I honestly didn't mean to like power build her. Like that was just how the character was coming out. But then I looked at it and I was like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
I did not mean to min max, but she just ended up that
Feels
way.
like you all did somehow. Except
Hey,
Belvin, who like intentionally opposite.
I absolutely did not
Just about
min-max
was the other
because
way.
satyrs, it turns out, are broken. If you
Satyrs
give
are
them
busted.
if you give them a charisma class, it's like not even fair. So I actually very specifically, I multi-classed her, but I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
make her a.
That
If you make
multi-class
her-
kind of.
If you make her like a sorcerer, she's a fucking broken character. But she gets some dex buffs, so that's why the rogue thing.
Farasha
rogue
and
assassin
Belbin
thing
are
is
never
fun,
allowed
but-
to hang out. Are never allowed to hang out privately.
Yeah.
You teach her nothing.
Hey man,
It's like I gotta clip my Aarakocra's wings in another game.
Yeah, the fighter thing isn't too much right now, but like if like she ends up leveling a bunch, then it's gonna get wild.
I've got an Aarakocra archer that I DM for in another game that I have to figure out how to deal with because like he's just been like flying above all my fights, just firing arrows down, and I can't fucking hit him because he's too
Oh,
high
That's
up.
how I
lightning.
won a battle royale
Call
one time.
lightning.
There's a fantastic spell called Earthbind.
That is
it,
true.
It
Write
changes their
this
fly
down
speed. The fly
real
speed
quick.
is 0.
It
So,
makes them go slam to the ground.
yep.
Oh, that's beautiful.
so
That's
nice.
beautiful. I'm gonna
Also, hold person technically reduces their speed to 0, and without the hover ability, they would fall to the ground.
Why didn't I
but
come
yeah.
to you first, Ben? You would know everything, huh? 'Cause you've read fucking everything.
Well, yeah. Also, I have a ranger that likes to sit 100 feet away on a conjured owl about 100 feet in the air. So I'm very much used to having to just
Sniping.
like hit him with stuff.
So,
Call lightning has been a
quick
good friend.
quick thing that I wanted to kind of add in at the end of every session. I'm gonna actually stop the recording here. So say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.